Tougher than a Teflon. All the dope I stepped on. Real, get the rush gone. Been that nigga, what else you want? Power, powder, respect. I want that money and power and powder. Money and powder and power. Money and powder and power.
That paper, yeah, I gotta stack that. Them diamonds keep blinking, we might have to jack that. Now boy, when that blicky come out, you get clap backs. Draw down with a little joint, I'm at you like pat. Come back when them candles out round your block and kick that. Come back when your funeral in progress and hit that. Hit your back to back, your bitch ass won't even hit back. Yeah, we splashing in fashion. Nigga, you could drink the drip, catch you slipping, we sliding. Your niggas on some different shit, we hit the lick, we with the shit. Shh. When you get hit, quiet down. No need for the talking. The fuck is that about?
Tougher than a Teflon. All the dope I stepped on. Real, get the rush gone. Been that nigga, what else you want? Power, powder, respect. I want that money and power and powder. Money and powder and power. Money and powder and power.
What up? Noti Gang in the building. Rob is already in the building rapping lyrics that he ain't got no business rapping. We are back for another episode of the Budget Cut Podcast, featuring your boys Dope Content and MT Darkness in the building. What's good, everybody? If you're not part of the Noti Gang, I don't know what to tell you. Well, actually, my notifications haven't even went off yet. Stupid Twitch. It takes all day for Twitch, man. Like, it takes at least 3.5 minutes now for mine to go off now.
Ridiculous.
But it's ridiculous. So
ridiculous.
Hey, whenever y'all join in, y'all come on in. Appreciate y'all coming. Once again, it is Dope Content and Dark here. Another episode of Budget Cut Podcast. Got a lot to get into with Vince McMahon, the latest in wrestling. And yeah, it's a lot. So before we get into it, Dark, how's your day?
I'm doing all right. Was feeling a little under the weather yesterday, but I'm starting to do a little bit better today. Just been taking it easy, doing some stuff in 2K, and yeah, trying to get my my eFed a little bit smoother. But I would like to say that I know that you've been having issues with 2K. But I think that their download times have been tremendous. I just wanted to start off by giving 2K their flowers. I'm giving them a round of applause on my end.
Nope.
Shout out to 2K. Good job. You guys are doing a great job for right now.
They download times are still average is best. Considering it's new gen systems. And y'all had all this time to do this and do that. I ain't trying to hear it. Dynamite J, what's good? I mean, you on a PC, so it might be a little faster for you.
Oh, it's much faster on a PC right now. Maybe that is the difference.
I keep saying I'm gonna get it for PC, but I don't want to spend no more money on 2K right now. I'm just like, I want to. You know what? I might wait till like Black Friday or something to do it for PC, where it's real cheap. I just can't.
Given everything you've been through, it does make sense why you wouldn't want to buy it twice.
But I know if I get it on PC, it'll be so much freedom that I have to work with, and I'll be able to like really freak out these arenas and yada yada.
Yeah,
I just don't want to get no more money right now, bro.
No, I definitely feel you.
Yeah,
the modding community on PC starting to get back to where it was at before too. So that's another reason to think about it.
That's because they stay on. They be on the 2K heads, man. They stay on them. Dynamite J, what's good? XCW Creator, what's good, man? Appreciate y'all joining. We got a lot to get into. We got the week of wrestling as always, but we got Vince McMahon updated news, I guess. Twitch just let people know I'm live, by the way. Vince McMahon updated news as well. Yeah, after 5 minutes. Thanks, Twitch. But we are here. Let's get right into it, man. We're not here to waste time. If y'all want to join the show, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Vince McMahon is on the screen. There has been an update on Vince McMahon that has now been over $12 million paid to multiple women, including former wrestlers, divas, I should say, because they were divas at the time. We had somebody in 2005. What she get? 7.5 million in 2005.
Yeah. So it was a former wrestler who alleged McMahon coerced her into giving him oral sex before she was later demoted, and ultimately resulted in her contract expiring in 2005 following further resistance of sexual encounters from Mr. McMahon. The Wall Street Journal also stated that the wrestler and her attorney approached and made a deal with McMahon in 2018 also, which might have been this $7.5 million deal.
So if these ladies are signing a waiver to be quiet and have sex with Vince McMahon, I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is the sexual assault and forcing the chick to give him oral sex, if that's like legit true. And then let me ask you this. Have you heard some of the rumor names?
Well, looking back at the, what is it called? The roster at the time, only two names would have made sense. One being Dawn Marie. She also was pregnant at the time, which resulted in her getting fired. But she was in a relationship with somebody at the time. I don't know if that would have been, so I don't know if that was her. The other name that makes more sense, and this is all just speculation, would be Christy Hemme, also, because at this time she was also getting the Playboy deals and this, that, and the third. So those were the two names that came to my mind, and because of the other things I mentioned, Christy Hemme as well. So being my prime.
Yeah, I can't remember where I saw it from, but of course it's on the internet. Somebody actually had like a list of the most common names popping up in it. Hey, get the tables in the building. It says Henny has been mentioned. Of course.
Did you say Kenny? Oh, Henny.
Yeah, Christy. Yeah.
Hemme. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he said Kenny. I'm like, Kenny.
Look. No. But so yeah, Christy Hemme has, of course, she was like one of the first ones to pop up. And I'm like, didn't she win the Divas title at one point? Or she was fighting for the women's championship at one point? Where she had no business being in the women's championship picture because she couldn't wrestle for shit at the time.
Before she got a match at WrestleMania against Trish.
Yeah, there you go. At WrestleMania. So she got it. A lot of people jump to her. He talking about whatever her damn name is. Look, make sure y'all follow Get the Tables, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, some names that came up later on in the years, from the later years of this going on, was Kelly, Eve Torres, Melina, and Summer Rae. I almost said Summer Walker. Summer Rae. And what's the girl name? Caitlyn. Those are the names that I kept seeing on social media, and I was like, okay, well, I'm a little jealous of the Caitlyn and the Melinas and the and the Eve Torres, but I don't know if I believe all those names yet. I'm just waiting to see. But those are some of the names that came up, and I'm like, if it's Kelly, I can understand why she was the freaking champ and push how she was pushed, because she couldn't wrestle work shit either. Just being honest,
The only reason I wouldn't believe any of those is because of it says that the contract expired in 2005. So it would have been somebody that would have been let go around that time, not somebody. And Kelly was hired in 2007, and Melina, I think, was hired in 2006.
Yeah, they talking about the other ladies though. They're not talking about just the 2005 lady. They talking about other women afterwards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So he said Vince McMahon needs to retire. He might be forced to pretty soon, man. And for everybody keep like, oh, he's cheating on his wife, bro. They ain't been together for years, dog. just a little breaking news, exclusive, I guess you want to call it, which is really not exclusive. Vince McMahon and Linda McMahon have been separated for years. They just pretend to be married for political reasons only. So take that for what you take that how you want to take it. The issue with me is him, the sexual assault and him sending nudes to women that didn't ask for the nudes. You know what I'm saying? The naked pictures and stuff. And like stuff like that, that's sexual assault. You can't do that. So, but if you got women to sign papers and you pay them off to have sex with you and be quiet, that's y'all business.
That could be a problem in itself too, though, because if Vince is going up to these women and saying, "I want to have a sexual relationship with you, and I'm gonna give you these papers to sign, and I'll give you a bonus, this, that, and the third." If I'm the woman, I would probably be thinking, well, I could sign these papers, get this amount of money. What happens if I don't sign this, though?
Don't have sex with them.
That's the possibility. That's one possibility, that he just says, okay, yeah, you said no, that's fine. Another possibility is that he says no and then just fires you anyway.
A lot of them got fired anyway, so it don't matter.
So that would also be an abuse of power, though, and that's why that would be an issue with the NDA, because an NDA doesn't. If an NDA is breaking any laws, then it doesn't work. So that would be the only case where this whole NDA thing. But the other thing is that Vince McMahon's lawyers will still probably fight this to the death of them. But if they were breaking any laws and they can get caught and it can get proven, then that'll be a problem for them.
Well, the thing is, if you don't sign the NDA and you don't have sex with Vince back in the day and he does fire you for it, that's an easy lawsuit. That's a lawsuit, which at the end of the day, you're going to end up selling it anyway, because Vince is not going to. That's pretty much what WWE does. They settle out of everything. And you're going to get paid regardless. So you're going to get money by saying no and getting fired as well. So these are grown women. Like,
I don't think they would have got paid regardless, but because you don't think a judge or something, or you don't think their thinking would have just been to get them just out of the picture completely and just push them to the side. And if somebody, you don't think why would these women want to try and go up against $1 billion corporation? Is what I'm trying to say.
That's really open and shut though. That's not a hard case to win when you refuse to sign an NDA to have sex with your boss and you got proof of it.
Well, what's the proof though? Where's their proof if it was a verbal thing that he was saying? Without the contract, then where's the proof?
He could have gave them the papers and told them to go home and think about it. Like, he could have. It's a lot of things that could have happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, where you could be like, all right, you got cell phones back in the day really starting to kind of heat up. You could take a little flip phone picture or something. Like, something could have been done. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they would have just said, they would have been like, no, they would have got fired. Christy Hemme got fired anyway. Kelly got released anyway. And they could have sued. And Vince McMahon would have been like, we don't want to deal with this lawsuit. Let's just settle real quick. There it is. That's what they do. Anytime they get sued, except for maybe 2 times where they actually went to court because Vince just knew he was going to win and he was showing his nuts. Outside of those 2 times, Vince was, all right, let's settle. We getting sued. Let's settle. Bye. Move on. You will never be in WWE again. Bye. Move on. You got your money. It's done. I feel like that's what would have happened if they said no. So, that's
okay.
my opinion on it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to ask these types of questions because I feel like that's a scenario for the women that were involved in here. So, but yeah, I feel where you're coming from though.
Trying to read the comment. Diamond left a long comment on your page.
I see that.
And then Topsy is talking on the page here. You know what? If y'all got long comments that y'all really just have to get off your chest, there's a link I'm about to post where you can hop on real quick, say it with your mouth, real quick, and then there you go. You'll be able to get on and get off. There's the comment section. It's in the comment section.
Diamond, though, yeah, I see what you're saying, though. Those people are just ridiculous. Talking about like Jobber Nation and Gareth and those people are, I don't know. Jesus needs to save their soul or something like that, because they just, I don't know what they're doing. Goodness gracious.
Oh, I'm just not seeing what he said.
Yeah.
He said dope. Shut up, Rob. Come on, there's no promo going on. We having a serious conversation right now, man. Like, what are you talking about, Rob? Something wrong with this man. It is something wrong with this man.
But yeah, no, the real question is though, because we were talking about this before. So do you think that do you think Vince goes away for this? Do you think that after all of this is said and done, at the end of the day, we're looking, I don't know how many, months, years, whatever, hopefully not years, but at the end of all this, do you think that Vince just is forced to leave? What do you think?
He has to be at this point. I think that's the only way out for Vince, is they got to force him to leave or he dies. That's the only way this man is getting out, man. Like, and honestly, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Dark Side of the Ring 15 years from now. You find out that it's freaking Nick Khan doing this the whole time. Look, because stuff like this was not coming out until
he joined.
Think of all the stuff that had happened since Nick Khan took over and joined, bro.
Have you seen that meme of the Mortal Kombat challenge ladder where Nick Khan is just climbing up the ladder? He's taking out Stephanie, he's taking out Triple H.
Bro.
Now he's taking out Shane.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, I'm telling you, this man got full trust of the McMahon family. He got in good, and now he just slowly wiping them out. So next thing you know, the McMahon's gonna be gone. Nick Khan gonna be running WWE within the next 5 years.
That's crazy.
And I want y'all to mark that down too. Clip it, because if it happened, I'm bringing this shit up. Like we told you 5 years ago on the Budget Cut podcast, Nick Khan is just, bro. I don't like him. I don't trust him. Hey, but as far as the ladies that want their story out, I appreciate their story getting out finally. But yeah, I don't trust Nick Khan at all, buddy. And I feel like all this stuff coming out is happening because of him.
Max says too many cringy people in the IWC. Diamond says I can hope for it to happen, but IMO Vincent Kennedy McMahon isn't going anywhere. Even if H and Steph are in power, Vince is still going to be head of creative. That was that was my thing too. I feel like, or to an extent, I felt like that this right now, what's happening, that what we're seeing is basically what is going to happen in the future. I think this is just a test run, because I feel like even if Vince gets caught with all this shit and they're just like, oh yeah, Vince is gone, Vince is going to be leaving his position as CEO of the company, whatever, he's still going to be like a shadow in the background. We're going to hear that he was still in the back in Gorilla, heading creative and doing all this stuff without actually having an official title of heading creative. I just feel like there's been too many people that have been in a big position of power that have gotten caught with terrible shit, but they've still been able to get away with it and do stuff and still maintain their title just in the background. I feel that's what's going to happen with Vince.
So how long do you think that is happening before Triple H gets frustrated and say, you know what? You don't really have power no more. I can run this how I want to run it.
Nails him in the back of the head with a sledgehammer for real this time.
I mean, yeah, well, at this point, he don't even have to. He could literally just say, "Bruh, you're not the owner no more. Like, it belongs to me and Steph now, and I'm gonna run this like NXT. People loved it. We made merch. We did your way for years, and right now, I mean, it might be working money wise, but show wise, it's not working like that. And I want to bring some other guys up. You know what I'm saying? Like Liv Morgan. All of a sudden, Stephanie takes over. Liv Morgan is the freaking champ. Austin Theory is the Money in the Bank winner right now. I mean, even with him being a Vince guy, Austin Theory being a Vince guy, what up, Claim? It's still, people didn't see him winning the Money in the Bank this year. You know what I'm saying? Maybe next year, yeah, but this year nobody saw that. coming. So I mean, who knows? We'll see. But hey, it might be time for Vince to step down, man. It is time for Vince to step down. It just got to go to Triple H or Stephanie. I mean, Shane is not involved, so it got to go to Triple H and Stephanie. And hopefully it does pretty soon, man. And Vince just relax. It makes me nervous for Vince. I think Vince is still doing this. You know how when you get older in age, if you have nothing to live for, that's when they start getting sick and passing away. So I think Vince needs this to keep him going.
Because he doesn't want to retire.
Yes,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
So that's a whole nother thing right there.
The problem is that I think you nailed it. It's just like the problem is that when people normally get into retirement, they try it out for like a month or two, and then they're just like, well, I still need to do something, like you said. So then they end up taking up like a part-time job or taking up some type of hobby. Vince is the owner of a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
Right.
So instead of going into retirement, he's just like, I'm just going to keep doing my job. And he's not good at it. And he was great at it, but he's not, he refuses to adapt.
Yeah.
And
he was the best at one point. He was the best.
He was great at it.
They forced his hand to be the best, but see, that's the thing with Vince. You got to force his hand to make him the best, because he was stubborn then until WCW started kicking his ass, and they forced him to go to the Attitude Era. It was like, all right, I have to change, or otherwise you're gonna bankrupt and we're gonna be out of business. So like every time you have to force Vince, people have to force him to be the best of his, himself, because otherwise he's gonna get comfortable and just do whatever he want to do. So, hey, maybe they about to force him out. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. Honestly, it is what it is. Vince is damn near 80 years old. He out here knocking down women still. This shit is crazy. So this is what happens when you're a billionaire. you get the slaying money, and your blue pills work, and genetic jackhammer is working, I guess. Yeah, but moving on. Where the more updates come, the more we'll figure it out. So let's get into the week in wrestling. Let's start with Monday Night Raw. I'll give him a little hand clap, I guess, to start the show. Once again, while we're doing this, let me put the link in the chat. If you want to join the show.
Oh, you have got quite the visual right now if you're looking at my...
right out of all pictures.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll boo myself for that one. That was...
So,
oh, shoot. Dunk says thoughts on Buff Bagwell situation. I saw that his...
what is the situation? What's going on with that?
I was about to ask you if you knew exactly, because I saw that his social media person removed himself from his platform or something like that. What exactly happened, Dunk? Type it out and we'll I guess we'll react to it. So
yeah, better yet,
I'm not
on.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can get on and talk to us about it too. So let me get the link real quick.
I heard he was charging people like $250 for a T-shirt.
The oh yes, I did hear. I didn't know what it was, but I saw that there was a T-shirt situation on his Discord. I heard that there was a problem about that. The link to join the chat, or to join the stream, excuse me, is right there on the stream chat. So make sure to click that. All right, and Dunk will be joining us in a little bit. So
Rob talking about that. See, Rob, tip us both $250 right now. Actually, tip half and half. Let's see if you got it right now, since you be capping all the time.
No, I want $200. I want $200 right now.
Yeah, he said he wants 200. so come on.
Where it at, Rob? Where it at?
Yeah. People thought Buff Bagwell was really tweeting those comments despite being a 50-year-old guy from Atlanta. I don't know what comments you're talking about. Actually talked to Buff Bagwell on the phone over a month ago now. We was gonna get him on. He gave us his price and all that, and we're just been doing other stuff, and plus pay-per-views been taking all everything.
Like,
so,
yeah, we
but
recommend-
now I'm just like, okay, let's see what's up, with Buff. Let's see what's going on with this before now we reach back out to him. Can
said
Buff
Buffalo.
Bagwell afford a social media manager? I think he can.
Apparently he can.
Yeah, he got
I mean,
somebody working for him.
He bought it, so yeah, he's paying for it.
Yeah. Like, I had to talk to a dude before I was able to talk to Buff. So, yeah, I had to talk to his manager first. So, but yeah, I got his number. I'm going to call him once all this shit die down. And even if Buff is doing something crazy, I still don't believe in Hill Bitch doing what he did. So, just to let y'all know now, if y'all got questions later on, if Buff did something shady, I still don't agree with how Hill Bitch handled this situation. So, all right, we got Nasty Dunk joining. So, before we get into Raw, let's get into what happened. What's good, Nasty Dunk in the building, man?
What's going on, gentlemen?
My friend, long time no see.
So, what's the update?
So I don't know the exact details, but basically someone asked, you know how he's been posting kind of, let me just use quotes here, woke stuff lately,
Oh, okay.
right? Basically some fan got a hold of him and was like thanking him for all that. And he's like, he had no idea what they were talking about. So basically it came out that there was a social media manager he hired that was doing all of that. So that wasn't even him.
Oh Lord.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
So I don't know if this involves the Twitch stuff too or what, but
I was gonna say, so the social media manager got a hold of his account and started posting a bunch of stuff
yeah,
on it.
basically.
Oh Lord.
That sounds about right. I'm not even shocked by that. I know he does his own Twitch. Because he's talking on Twitch. That's him. You know what I'm saying? Responding to everybody. But Twitter, I mean, that is a question. Is that his Twitter? Or is that him talking on Twitter and yada yada? Apparently, when I talked to him on the phone, that was him going back and forth with Hill Bitch back in the day. Like,
yeah.
he said that was him. So I don't know. Maybe his dude, maybe his manager is shady and decided to just get into his
Going to business for himself.
Yeah, he's probably trusting the wrong people right now. I understand. People like Buff, no offense to Buff, but people who's dealt with like drinking, drugs, going to rehab, they end up trusting the wrong people with their comebacks, and those people take advantage of them. And that's probably what's going on with Buff right now.
Yeah, I'm reading an article right now. It sounds like that guy was selling his merch and he didn't see a dime from it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because there was a lot of stuff going on talking about Buff Bagwell's charging $250 for shirts, and we was like, what? Buff? No,
Like, ring worn? What is that?
Buff don't even charge it for a podcast interview. So, yeah, I know he's not charging that for shirts right now. Yes, it sounds like somebody went into business for themselves, man.
That's just
Yeah.
that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
That's, I mean,
People are always going to be scumbags to people that they can try and take advantage of, man. Oh, it's
Yeah.
the way of the world. It's
I
sad.
can't even say I'm shocked. But before we get to Raw, make sure y'all follow Nasty Dunk, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not following him, let me put the exclamation point. Damn it, if I could do it right. Hold on, I can't even get it right.
Ooh, you were playing Judgment? There you go.
Yeah, gonna finish it tonight.
The first one? I thought you finished that game already.
I was at the very, very end, and I played a couple nights ago, and you know how you get sidetracked in that game?
Oh, yeah.
It ended up going 4 hours. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just finish this next time.
Yeah.
There you go. So the link is in the chat. Make sure you follow him. There it is. Stream Elements. Follow Nasty Dunk. They are playing Judgment. So he was playing Judgment last time he was on stream. Dope streaming, man. He does a variety of content. So make sure you check him out.
Also, if you have come to my streams and are a fan of Joshi, Dunk is also a great fan of Joshi as well. And he likes to watch classic Joshi matches. So he will show you a great time. So
Nice.
make sure to go and follow my man.
Thank you, guys.
Got King in the building. You're more than welcome to stay or rejoin us, however you want to do it. You're not forced to do either way. As we talk about Monday Night Raw and the Week in Wrestling, it's up to you. Just whenever you feel like you gotta leave, just click yourself. Or I'm not gonna touch it at all. So it's up to you.
Well, being that I didn't watch Raw and can't really add too much, I think I'll duck out for now. But maybe I'll pop back in later.
Okay,
Something
cool.
I can talk about.
All
right,
good, man. Once again,
Cool,
it's
guys.
Nasty Dunk in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure y'all follow him. Make sure y'all follow him. Dope streamer, man. He's joined us a couple of times, man, on this show. So definitely give my man a follow. And I already got the Raw up, so let's get right into Monday Night Raw. As we start with Bobby Lashley coming out to the ring, celebrating his United States Championship win over Theory at Money in the Bank. And, we talked about this last week about maybe, they move on with Bobby versus somebody else. Maybe Braun Breaker. I thought Braun Breaker might get called up, but we'll get into that as well. But no, Theory is still coming out with the Money in the Bank briefcase. And, he's calling out Bobby Lashley for a rematch. So now we got a rematch set up for SummerSlam. Theory versus Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship. Anything on that?
I mean, it was a good match at Money in the Bank, so why not run it back, I guess. I don't know. I feel like Theory's whole thing at SummerSlam should be that he's not doing anything. He's fresh. He's going in there and, especially when it's Brock Lesnar and it's these two unbeatable monsters that you've just been building up for years now in WWE. If you want somebody to beat them and it's a mid-carder, he should be at 100% going into this. Even if these two guys are going to kill each other in the main event, you should still want Theory going into this match at 100% going up against him. And now you're putting him up against Lashley, who's going to destroy him in this title match. I don't know if he's going to win or not, if Theory's going to beat Lashley or not, but I don't know. I didn't like this rematch being set for SummerSlam, so wasn't a huge fan.
Agreed. Next, we have the Mysterios defeating Judgment Day by disqualification. Rey Mysterio pulls out an Eddie Guerrero move on Finn Balor. Finn gets caught with a steel chair in his hand as Rey Mysterio pretends that he got hit and he just falls down after tossing the steel chair to Finn Balor. And then right after that, Judgment Day attacked the Mysterios in the back, taking both of them out. Any thoughts on that?
This was like the biggest pop of the night. I feel like the Eddie spot, like the crowd went crazy when they pulled this off. I was like, holy smokes!
They were in San Diego though.
That's true.
That's Rey Mysterio's hometown right there.
King says, remember the other day when I said fuck Cosmic Angels? I do remember. He says that. Diamond says an update on Ibushi. Looks like his shoulder is still effed. And he's still against. Yes, I did see that, Diamond. It doesn't seem like Ibushi will be back anytime soon. But yeah, that was like the biggest pop of the night. I just don't care for this whole thing, and it looks like Judgment Day is just like going backwards. So, whatever. I think I said that last week. Said that like Judgment Day is like slowly dying. And I said that if they weren't in a big program at SummerSlam and won that program, then they would be screwed. They aren't in a big program. And now I feel like if their program is this and the Mysterios, then regardless of whether they win or lose, then they've still lost. So, because this is just, if you're in a program with the Mysterios, it's just a filler program, and you're dead to rights, so it don't matter.
Yeah, ever since last year when the Mysterios lost the tag titles to the Usos, that was it for them. They just used them to bring up Veer. They used them to bring up whoever they need to get a victory over. And the thing about it, they lost. They didn't even win. They got disqualified and lost. And I was like, they tried to make up for it with having them attacking the Mysterios backstage, but I'm like, no, bro, there's no way they. If Edge was still in the group, there's no way they lose that match because it's not happening because they Spontaneous, what's good? It's not happening because they care for Edge and his group. They don't care for Finn and Damon Priest without Edge and without Rhea Ripley right now, and I don't like it. Like I was happy that they attacked the Mysterios, but I'm like, this should have happened after they already dominated them in the ring. Beat Rey Mysterio and his son down in his hometown, get a whole bunch of heat on you, show that you powerful still, and then go beat their ass again backstage.
Mm-hmm.
And just like really get more heat on you. And just like that, bro, Judgment Day is worth something again. Just by getting the heat. And then after that, go beat up somebody else. Like, don't just stop with the Mysterios, go beat up somebody else. But no, they had to lose, so they get the hometown pop for Ray. And they thought they was protecting him because it was disqualification and they attacked him backstage. That's not protecting none of them. Both of them look stupid now. Both teams look stupid. So, and they both look weak. So I don't like it. Moving on. We doing good. How you doing as well? I meant to respond to that. My bad. AJ Styles. Go ahead.
Bog said, shout out to Chad Gable for getting smacked with the glizzy. Hey, yes, sir.
Yeah, we get into that. AJ Styles defeated The Miz, after The Miz cut a promo on Logan Paul. Any thoughts on that?
I'll save my thoughts for the match involving The Miz a little later, so because I have a theory. So,
Liv Morgan and Bianca Belair, the two women's champions, take out Carmella and Natalya. They get the win over those two. Liv did cut a promo, which I'm gonna wait to SmackDown to give you my opinions on her promos this week. But Liv cut a promo. Natalya interrupted. Was like, I'm the reason you won because I'm the one that hurt Ronda Rousey's leg. Yada yada yada. Know what it is. Carmella was like, why are you even here? You the SmackDown Women's Champion, which I was asking the same thing. You're the SmackDown Women's Champion. Why are you even there? But yeah, Liv Morgan and Bianca Belair defeated Carmella and Natalya. Any thoughts on that?
I'll just say this right now. Like what's it called? Natalya and Liv cut the same promo twice this week.
Thank you. Exactly.
It was.
I was gonna wait.
Annoying.
I was gonna wait. But there you go. Exactly. The exact same promo.
Same promo. The only thing that was interchanged was on SmackDown. On Raw, you had Carmella and Bianca, and on SmackDown there was Ronda
Rousey.
That was the only thing. But these two cut the exact same promo, and I was just like, "This is stupid. This is so dumb." And oh Lord, yeah, the tag match. It was just a nothing tag match. I don't know what this was for. I don't know what this wasn't really setting up anything. They just kind of won this. Yeah, so far this Raw was just not doing anything for me. So far this Raw was on a downward slope.
Yeah. So it's the 4th of July. So we go backstage. Street Profits is hosting a cookout, basically. And you got the Alpha Academy, of course, Street Profits. You got a whole bunch of jobbers, basically, back there. Seth Rollins was back there as well for a little quick moment. He got into it with Ezekiel because Ezekiel, I forgot what Zeke did. So he spilled something on his suit.
Yeah,
Can't remember exactly what it was.
He was acting like a crazy person trying to put ketchup on a hot dog, and the hot dog was down here, the ketchup was all the way up here, and he just was just squirting it sideways for some reason, just because comedy, because that's funny. Because
yeah, there you go. So Seth Rollins, of course, meets Zeke in the ring and Seth with the win over Zeke. So, and then we go back to the cookout, and we have a hot dog eating contest between Dawkins and Otis.
Oh
and
boy,
these guys are, first of all, Gable did get slapped with a glizzy, by the way, before the hot dog eating contest. So, which is disrespectful as hell to get slapped by a glizzy on national television. But they do the hot dog eating contest. And come to find out, like, these fools got a match later on. Like, this is ridiculous. You're eating all these hot dogs.
They're trying to I feel like they were trying to recreate that moment with Titus O'Neil. You remember that one week that he had some chili or something before a match, and he got he threw up all over the. Oh man, that was.
Yeah, I didn't like it then. I ain't like it now.
Ooh.
But yeah. So they eating the hot dog contest, and you see, what's his name? Dawkins and Otis going at it, and we think it's done. Then you hear the dude say winner, and the next thing you know, you see Tozawa just looking with his crazy faces. Tozawa won. He ate more hot dogs than both of those big guys. That part I did chuckle a little bit mostly because of Tozawa's face. His facial expressions are hilarious to me. I love when Tozawa is like looking stupid and he kind of wobbly and woozy. Like when he was in love with Tamina, he kept making that face when she kissed him. Tozawa is funny, man. I just hate him being in this ninja suit and being a comedian. Basically, he's a comedian. So. Get Table said that Zeke Rollins match. It was. Elias is pulling out new moves for this new character, man. So shout out to him for that. It's a different person. Like he wrestled like two different people. And don't come in here with the jokes tomorrow. It is two different people, y'all, in the chat. No, it's the same person, okay? I'm with Kevin Owens on this. It's the same person. I don't care what they do. It's the same person. Moving on, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits take on Theory and Alpha Academy. Very entertaining match. I like the match. Dawkins basically said, put some respect on my name in this match. He hit a pounce to Theory so hard over the table. That was crazy. Even Bobby Lashley was in the ring just laughing at that pounce because it was crazy. And then before that, he hit a little somersault over the top ropes after jumping over Bobby Lashley. Montez showing his new muscle and his new power, stalling suplexes with Bobby Lashley. It was a good match. And, the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley get the win. Then, of course, it ended with the picture that you see on Darkstream with Otis throwing up right in Gable's face. Oh, man, Gable needs a raise for that. He needs a raise for that. That was gross. But, your thoughts on that?
I was gonna say that that the Street Profits and Lashley I thought were a great team together. Like I thought that this was a fantastic trio that I would love to actually see go up against the Bloodline. I think these three going up against the Bloodline would make for a great feud, and I would love to see just a 6-man where everything on the line. That would be a huge match, and I know it would deliver. Because these guys are a legitimate threat to the Bloodline, and they're all built greatly through your company. But beyond that, just a pretty dope 6-man, and then the ending happened, and I was brought back down to reality of what I was watching. Good Lord, I really could have done without the puke, but look who's in charge. So if there was any doubt on if Vince was still in charge, this segment would have reminded you right there.
Speaking of Vince being in charge, R-Truth comes out in Uncle Sam uniform, and he's doing his typical R-Truth stuff. And Mrs. Dope is watching this with me at this point of the show, and she's like, "What the hell is he doing? I don't like this." I was like, me either. I don't like it either. But R-Truth is the guy that they sent out there to do this. And it's so many reasons I don't like it. Personal reasons I don't like R-Truth dressed up as Uncle Sam going out trying to hype people up about America's innate freedom and all that. It's just a different vibe. I don't like it at all. But here comes Gunther. For whatever reason, why is he on Raw?
I couldn't tell you. Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
I
didn't even try to think about it. Because this is the exact same thing that got me mad last week, so I just saw it on my TV and just accepted it. There was a moment where, Dope, I'm not even kidding. There was a moment where I was like about to start getting ticked off, and I was just like, hey, it's okay, it's whatever. It was just like, whatever.
Like that's the first thing I said. I heard his music, which I don't like his new music, by the way.
It's terrible. There's no reason to change his music from what it was. Oh, good Lord. Well, there was no reason to change it in the first place because the music that he had was I can't remember what the name of it's called, but like they couldn't. It was free. So like, yeah, they could public domain. That's what it was. His music was public domain, so they could have used that as much as they wanted.
So they changed it when he very first came up.
So the main roster,
yeah. I did. After that, they just recently changed again to what it is now, where it's like more of a beat and all that. It's not even the same dun 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 dun. Like at least the last one before this one still kind of had that vibe to it. This don't even have it, man. Yeah, I don't like it, but whatever.
I guess I didn't notice it then, but good lord.
Yeah, I'll post it on Twitter for the people to see the difference between the one now and the one when he first got called up. It's even different now. So, but yeah, Gunther comes in and runs through R-Truth. I didn't understand why the hell he was on Raw. No reason to be on Raw, especially for an R-Truth segment.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of having people chant USA for the Black American to get his ass whooped. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like it at all. Man, bro. Okay. All right. Moving on, because I'm gonna give it. Yeah. Moving on. But y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying. All right. Moving on. Becky Lynch and Asuka go at it at a no holds barred match. I don't know why. Let me ask you this: what's the difference between a no holds barred, a Extreme Rules, and a no DQ match? What's the difference?
Or a street fight?
I have
no idea.
I think street fights are falls count anywhere, so I'll give them that one. But those other three, you have to pin them in the ring. So what's the difference?
Couldn't tell you.
And if it's a no holds barred match, shouldn't we see like moves that they ban, like the power driver, and shit like that? To kind of make it make sense.
That'd be dope. I would love to see that.
Yeah,
we should write a letter to Vince and see what happens.
I will, Vince. A TLC match. No, Rob. No. TLC is different, buddy. It's literally a ladder match with tables and ladders and chairs. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what? Bye, Rob. Because you about to
Rob. Oh man.
Anyway, it was a very good match between those two. With Becky Lynch getting the win. Asuka, I've heard this, and I had to look it up because I didn't believe it. Asuka is 1-16.
What, this year?
In her last 17 matches.
Wow, really?
I heard Dave LaGreca say it because he posted a clip about it, and I was like, no way. Asuka's 1-16 in her last 17 matches.
Wow, that's insanity. She lost. So she's lost every match except. What match did she win?
I don't even remember, bro. I think the one when she first beat Becky, the first time.
Oh my god, dude, that's so sad.
She hasn't won since. Yeah, she hasn't won since.
If that's the case, why isn't she the one complaining? Why is Becky complaining? What the hell? This is crazy. Oh man,
I didn't believe it, but get tables. We're not gonna let you bash Becky. Becky had a good match with Asuka. She won.
Yeah, get the tables. That's right.
Becky won. That's all that matters. Becky won, even though I wanted Asuka to win.
Mediocre Lynch. That's what we call it.
Yeah, but hey, she's getting these dubs. That's all that matters. She's getting more dubs than Asuka. Let me tell you that.
That is true, and I don't understand it.
Yeah, she's getting more dubs than Asuka. Even they go through the table. They got the little Asuka got a nice little boob squeeze in to let her know that we are everything is good. And that's the end of Raw. Any thoughts on that match?
The match was, I thought, just all right. The spot where Asuka was spitting the green mist into Becky's face was a little mistimed. But that I would say the only like kind of messed up thing that happened in the match. Everything else went well. The manhandle slam onto the chairs looked painful at the end. That didn't look fun at all. But the match was just okay for me. But there's only so much that Asuka can do. So, shout out to Asuka
Yeah,
for
because Asuka's
doing-
getting older. She's not the same.
Wow.
And Becky
Wow.
gotta, both ladies gotta put in 50-50 effort here. You just can't.
disrespect. Disrespect.
I'm just saying, y'all can't keep blaming everything on Becky, damn it. Now, I'm
We
not
don't want
allowing
to.
that.
We don't want to, but
I
I'm
ain't
just
allowing
saying.
that. I ain't allowing that. She is just as good. Well, no, she's not just as good, but she is good enough to keep up with all of them. She's the worst of the 4 horsewomen, but she's had great matches. Even her match with Doudrop was good, and nobody care about that. She even carried Lita to a good match in Saudi Arabia. Who would have ever thought that would happen? So, yeah, moving on, man. See, I gotta stop hating on Becky, man. I understand, man. She got with Seth, y'all giving her the Sammy Guevara treatment. All of a sudden, she get a man in her life now. Everybody, she got a baby. People don't like her no more.
I've always thought this way about Becky. I don't want to get it twisted. I've always thought Becky was mediocre.
See, that's what everybody say.
What do you mean?
Oh man, everybody say the same thing. I always thought. It's hard. Even when she was the man, I was like, even before the man, when everybody was chanting Becky in 2016, 2017, everybody all of a sudden always hated Becky. I was like, okay, all right. Because I could go back. It was different vibes back in the day. Now she became the man and took over everybody. I get it. Whatever, I get it. It's same with Drew. Drew got the belt. Everybody was chanting Drew. Drew got the belt. Everybody turned on Drew. AJ, they turned on AJ for a while. I get it. You can be good, but not too long before everybody turns on you. That's what it is. Look at your table, man.
Or you can
Tony,
just
I
always
wish
be
I knew
mediocre
you.
like Becky.
I wish I knew
bad.
you in 2016, 2017, Tony. But
Robert,
moving
not
on.
me,
Yeah. I'm just
Oh.
saying. She got to this spot for a reason.
Won't be tolerated. It'll always be tolerated on this channel.
Look,
Bet that.
he got to this spot for a reason. It ain't sleeping with Vince McMahon, I tell you. So
Damn.
let's get right. Let's get right into NXT,
Oh, shoot.
the Great American Bash. Started off with Toxic Attraction losing their tag titles to I know you're going to get mad. Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. Thoughts on that, Dark?
Well, half of that sentence was good. So at least Roxanne Perez got a title, but yeah, Cora Jade got a title. So I don't know how much of this friendship is legit. Like how much of were they actually really friends before this? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, this match was just okay. Toxic Attraction held the title for a while. I can't remember if Gigi got pinned or not, because that really would have played a factor in if this match was good or not. If she didn't take the pin, it would get a better grade. But
Yeah, she got pinned.
You got pinned? Okay, well the match was terrible then. It was just completely
I think she got pinned both times they lost the titles.
Did she seriously?
I think she got pinned both times. I know she got pinned Tuesday.
Why are they trying to protect this other one? She's like I don't know.
She's the one nobody cares about. Nobody creates on 2K. Nobody cares.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey.
But yeah, I don't know. Good for them. I mean, it makes sense for these two to have the titles. I don't know. I just, like I said last week, for me, it would have made sense to actually put these tag titles on a tag team and establish this division more.
I mean,
because right now,
Casey and Kaden right there, but they just refuse to do it.
Yeah, that's who I wanted them to be to win it. But I mean, yeah, yeah, it is what it is. So it is what it is.
Yeah, it was a decent match. Why did we turn on Lacey? Ain't nobody turn on Lacey. We've been booing her ass. What you mean? They trying to force her as a face and it didn't work. And that's what she got Friday, which we'll get into. Moving on, Trick Williams defeated Wes Lee. Trick Williams repping his Muhammad Ali gear, which was dope to me. I like that they have Trick and Carmelo. They together, but they still got their own vibes to them when they come out and have their own match.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Trick Lee gets the win over Wes Lee. Any thoughts on that?
This match was an okay match. I don't think I've seen a lot of Trick like singles matches, so I thought this was really dope.
He fight on Level Up all the time.
Oh, okay. Wes, I don't know, man. Every time I see him, I just start feeling bad. You know, I kind of want him to just get out of here and just go meet with Zach Wentz and just start being in a tag team again with him, because this is just he's the fall guy for these bigger guys now. That's his position. So
yeah, except Zion Quinn, which is I talked about last week. I don't understand what he did or if he pissed somebody off, but he's falling off the map real quick.
Didn't he have he had a thing this week, didn't he though? He was talking to somebody backstage, like a reporter or something, right?
Yeah,
a little segment.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
We'll get into that. Yeah.
But yeah, Zion Quinn, he's the only person West has beaten, and it's like, okay, we thought West was gonna be on a winning track, and no, he's losing again. So what does that mean for Zion Quinn, who's also lost to the Shanga, whatever his name is, the following week? So this guy was being built up at the end of the Black and Gold era. He was being built up as a star, and even the first month of the 2.0 era, and it went downhill. It just went bad. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it is what it is, I guess. Wendy Choo and Tiffany Stratton, they started fighting backstage because Wendy Choo actually attacked Tiffany Stratton. They go to a commercial break, end up fighting in the ring. I'm thinking Wendy's about to get the win. She still end up losing to Tiffany.
First of all, shout out to Tiffany Stratton, because we don't deal with bullies over here. That shit is just disrespectful. What is going on with this Wendy Choo character? All she does is go and harass beautiful women. They are just, they're all victims. What did Toxic Attraction do to Wendy Choo? Nothing. They didn't do nothing. What did Tiffany Stratton do to Wendy Choo? Nothing. Leave these women alone, Wendy.
They are the bad women, Dark. They the bad women. They heels, man. They are heels.
Oh my goodness.
She's fighting for the rest of the locker room. She's fighting for the Cora Jays and all them people, man. That's what she doing.
Wendy's a menace is what she is. That's what she is.
Yeah, but Wendy ended up losing. And now I'm just confused on what they're trying to do with Wendy Choo. I don't know the plans for her. Because Wendy can actually go. She's way better than what they're letting her show right now in the ring. Mm-hmm. And under this character, but it is what it is. She takes the L. It is what it is. So did you have any thoughts on that actual match?
Thought that I think Tiffany Stratton's actually getting a lot better in the ring. Like versus when I first saw her, I think Tiffany was very, very like sloppy in the ring when I first saw her matches.
Yes.
She's starting to get a lot smoother, a lot better with her moves and everything. And that's very impressive for the time that she has been there. So I think that was one thing that I noticed a lot watching this match, being actually straight up. So I thought this match was actually pretty solid from that standpoint.
All right, so we go backstage. Go ahead.
Diamond said, agreed. Wendy Choo is the she's the death for this NXT women's division. Beautiful women harasser. Yes, she is a harasser of the beautiful women. We need to get rid of her. I'll start a club. We got to help these girls out. That's it. This is too much. Anti-bullying over on Dark's channel. That's what we support over here.
Well, get a look at Wendy outside that nighty. You'll be adding her to the beautiful women. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving on, we go backstage. Tony D'Angelo is face to face with Legado del Fantasma without Santos, and he basically threatened them and is like, "Look, either your guy shows up for the family, or he's done. He's going to be sleeping with the fishes, and your leader is going to be done. He's going to go to the hospital, yada, yada." I don't know what the plans are for that. They already got rid of one of the original members of the Tony D'Angelo family. Randomly, he was just like, oh, he tried to take my spot. You just named him. You just gave him, 2 dimes and gave him a bonus, and then just randomly he's fired and off TV. whatever, man. I don't even care no more about this rivalry. So, any thoughts on that?
I was surprised that this was still going. Honestly. Oh Lord. Yeah, I had no thoughts. I have no thoughts.
Ivy now is backstage, and there's a lot of women getting into it. It's Kaden and Casey versus a whole bunch of other women arguing backstage. Ivy now is the one breaking it up. It's like she's becoming the leader of the women's division, saying, "Hey, if you got issues, you need to handle it in the ring." Yada yada. They pan away from that segment. Any thoughts on that?
So that girl that was that Ivy Nales was talking to at the end, is she the girl that showed up at the end of the episode last week? Is that the same girl?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Because I was confused. Because right before that happened, Ivy was just like, we only accept badasses into the diamond mine, and we only accept people that are strong-willed, and this, that, and the third. And then she goes over to this girl that's just talking nonsense, just yapping out the side of her mouth, just starting drama. I'm just like, so this is who you want in the diamond mine? What? I was like, what is this? This is like the exact opposite of what you guys seem to be doing. She's like, I'll see you in the dojo. I'm just like, her?
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Also backstage, Zion Quinn is just cutting a promo claiming he's the future of NXT. I don't know how, but that's what he is claiming. Thoughts on him being the future of NXT?
Well, if you believe in yourself hard enough, then you can achieve anything, dope. So
well, there you go. That's all because I already gave my thoughts on Zion Quinn. I ain't got nothing to say about that. But they're steady having them cut promos saying he's the future of NXT. All right, whatever. We'll see. Apollo Crews comes out. All right, let me just go over it. Apollo Crews comes out and he's cutting a promo. It's really a whole lot of nothing. He's interrupted by Giovanni Vinci, aka Fabian Aknar, who is very talented in his own right. And basically, long story short, because I'm not trying to be here all day. Apollo Crews will face Giovanni next week to prove who is the most athletic person in NXT is. I feel like it's going to be a fire match. I'm happy to finally see Apollo Crews get in the ring. I just don't know how I feel about Apollo Crews' character right now. What they're doing with him in NXT.
I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. It seems like he's just thankful to be wrestling again. That's what his character is. He came to NXT and it's just like, guys, thank you so much. I don't know what he said his kid's name on TV. He's just like, you guys are going to see your dad wrestle very soon. It's just like, oh, God. He's just happy to be a part of the show now is what he is. And it's just like, wow, that's great, man. I'm happy for you. And I don't know what else to say.
Yes. I mean, I can't wait to see that match. The match should be fire between those two.
Oh, it will.
Solo Sikoa backstage tells Von Wagner to stop complaining about him not getting his opportunities and yada yada. Appreciate it from the UK. That's what's up, man. Thank you so much for joining. Much love to you. Make sure you follow everybody. Make sure you follow my guy Darkness on Twitch if you have a Twitch in the UK. I know you have Twitch in the UK, but if you have a Twitch, that's what I meant to say. If you have a Twitch account yourself, make sure you follow my guy MT Darkness.
Ty said Apollo's accent disappeared like Kofi's. That's true. It really did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. I mean, I said that you can kind of hear it a little bit when he talk normal, but it's like it's starting to fade away even more now.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I heard it the first week still, but this last week I was like, I don't hear it so much. So, okay. But hey, it is what it is. Whatever. Andre Chase gives a lesson backstage. Somebody tried to challenge him, and of course he goes off on a cussing rant on that random person. I don't even know who the person was, but it was another.
Chad.
Okay,
so he
there
deserved
you go. Well, there you go. Well, shit. It was another funny Andre Chase backstage segment, Chase University segment. Then we get back to the ring. Carmelo Hayes defeated Grayson Waller to retain the NXT North American Championship. Very good back and forth match. You had Wesley interfere and attack Trick Williams. Yeah, what you think on that?
Fucking banger. This fucking match was phenomenal. Watch this match. If you haven't seen a match all week, I'm recommending this fucking match. This was amazing. This was old school NXT takeover worthy of good. Like, this would have killed in front of one of those crowds. This was fantastic. This to me proved that Carmelo should be the one holding the NXT champion proper. Like, he's doing greater things with this North American title than Braun Breaker has done with both of his runs as the NXT championship. Yeah,
easy.
like, this was fantastic. This was great. This was a great match. I loved the whole thing.
I love the
Loved
entrance.
it.
I love his entrance too that he came out in. It was really dope.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate it. If you're on Twitch and haven't subscribed to Dope Content or MT Darkness on YouTube, make sure you do that ASAP. Stop playing with yourself. Get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on, the Creed, Diamond Mine versus Diamond Mine. The Creed brothers defeated Roger Strong and Damon Kemp to retain the NXT tag titles. It was a good match. I was really looking forward to them going ahead and turning on Roddy so Roddy could go ahead and be free and go on to his business, but that didn't happen yet. Any thoughts on that match?
Ty, what's good, bro? How you doing? Yeah, I suspected that
I know. You ain't got no choice but to play with yourself. I'm sorry, Dart. Go ahead.
Why? This is why we time you out, King. You up here saying, "Oh, you bully me." This is why we.
Yeah.
Say, good lord, man. Jeez. Anyways, I think Roderick is gonna probably keep going. It seemed like, at least in this match, that Roderick is just gonna keep going until he at least gets himself into a handicap match against the Creed brothers, or into a singles match with, I don't know, who's like the thinner Creed brother. Do you know what his name is?
Let me see.
Because those two had the most like animosity in the match against each other.
They
like,
did.
It was like Roderick and that guy going against each other.
Julius.
So I think this might be leading up to Julius and Roderick, and after that, then maybe we might see the end of Roderick in NXT. But yeah, the match itself was just okay. Like, I think that the Creed brothers and Roderick, whenever those three were in the ring together, I think that was great. But I don't recall the other guy's name. But when he was in the ring, yeah, Kemp, like, he still has a ways to go, and he was definitely the weak link in the match. And yeah, it wasn't fantastic, but it's just okay. Just okay.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a little better, but it is what it is. The Creed retain. It was just what it was to me. Now, going backstage again, there was a lot of backstage segment, a lot of happening. This Mandy Rose, after finding out that Roxy is trying to cash in on her, and says she's going for the title next week. She wants to be a double champion. I believe she would be the first double champion in NXT if she pulls this off. First women's double champion, I should say.
If she does, yeah, she will be.
I think somebody else did it on the men's side. I just can't remember right now. I want to say
Carmelo was the only one. He was North American, and he was a cruiserweight champion.
Well, no, I'm not even counting that because cruiserweight champion ain't around no more. I think Adam Cole did it, tag champion and North American champion. Oh, Keith Lee did it as well. So yeah,
Keith Lee, yeah.
There you go. So what up, Trish?
T Mills says, who is the less interesting champ? Raquel Gonzalez, Braun Breaker, or Karrion Kross?
Braun. At least Kross had matchups that was worth some with Cole and all them. Yeah, Kross
Finn Balor.
Yeah,
Finn Balor. He had a good match against Finn. But yeah, I would say Braun. Braun's has been pretty unremarkable. I honestly can't think of one like fantastic Braun match that I've seen out of this run. I can't.
Yeah,
I'm not even trying to be mean or anything. I just can't think of any like super great match that he's had.
outside of Ciampa and Dolph, that's it. And those are two vets that made him look better. They had to put him in the ring with them. Speaking of Braun, we get to the main event. Braun takes home, I almost said Carmelo, Cameron Grimes. Very physical match. I was really pulling for Grimes, but Grimes did not get the victory. Braun is still NXT champion. I'm just done. I'm over it with Braun as being an NXT champion. So, like, I normally want people to move up, or I say don't move people up to the main roster because they do so good in NXT, and I know they're gonna get ruined, like Keith and all that. I'm like, nah, please don't move them up. I want Braun to get moved up. Get by. Go ahead and get moved up because I don't like what's going on in NXT. You're kind of holding them hostage, in my opinion. So, yeah, your thoughts on that?
I haven't been a fan of this Braun Breaker reign either. Just the matches that haven't been that great. Like it's like your two biggest titles on your show. There was a clear, and I'm not even saying this to just like to further any types of puns, but like there was a clear A champion and a clear B champion, and like Carmelo's match that he had against Grayson Waller was just so high and above the NXT title match that it was not even fair. And Grimes was a really good opponent for Braun Breaker. Like if we put Grimes had a singles match with Carmelo, and that match was fire, yeah. But we're putting him in the ring with Braun Breaker now, and the match and the ring, the match now is for some reason significantly lower than what we saw with him and Carmelo. You know, like there's only so much that a wrestler can do when they're in the ring with somebody else. And yeah, this reign has not been fantastic. So
yeah, so Braun is still a champ. That means Carmelo, as long as Braun there, Carmelo might not move up as the world champ. He's gonna forever be the North American champ. Is Grimes a heel? I don't think Grimes is a heel. People always say because somebody have aggressive moment, oh, they heels. No, that don't mean they turn, bruh. They just mean they turned it up a notch to compete with who they competing with. That's all that is. They don't mean they a heel. But that's NXT. It was all right. It was all right. It was probably my least favorite Great American Bash that they've ever done. So, moving right along, we are down to AEW Dynamite. Get right into it.
All right. Let me get some things changed up. AEW Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen, started off hot this week with a TNT title match. A street fight for the TNT title. Scorpio Sky defending against...
I'm sorry. I forgot one thing, and it's important. JD McCullough did debut and attack Braun Breaker at the end of the show. I forgot. Claim, I appreciate you saying it because you helped me remember. I knew it was something I was forgetting.
I thought it was really cool because they like literally earlier in the show they did air a promo package saying that JD was going to be coming next week. And then he ends up coming at the end of the show. I thought that was really clever, actually. I thought that was really dope.
So hopefully JD takes the title off.
I doubt it. That would be a great way to build him up. And if you have I fucking hate the name JD, but if you have JD as your champion, he will be a great champion for NXT.
All right.
Yeah. This guy is a fantastic wrestler. So, moving on to Dynamite. Started off with a street fight for the TNT title, Scorpion Sky against Wardlow. This crowd was just going insane for Wardlow. The match just starts off with all of American Top Team trying to stop Wardlow, but nothing that they do works. Wardlow ends up getting his hands on Scorpio Sky. 1 power bomb, 2 power bombs, 3 power bombs. And then he just puts his foot on top of Scorpio Sky. 1, 2, 3. And we have a new TNT champion. We have an insane amount of confetti coming out of the sky.
Crazy. First match.
For the first match. And then just this crazy pyro that you can see on the right hand of my screen right now. It was wild. They went off And they made a big deal to mention that this is the second time in the history of AEW that a title has changed hands in Rochester. They said the first time they went to Rochester, the title changed hands. I don't know who that was with. I think that might have been Sammy Guevara beating Cody in the ladder match. But yeah, what were your thoughts, Dope?
I kind of saw it coming because I mean they pretty much built up to Warlow, so I kind of felt a little bad for man, what's the boy name? I almost called him Apollo Crews.
Scorpio Sky.
Yeah, there you go, Scorpio Sky. He won the bald-headed black guys. That's who it is. But I felt a little bad for him because I mean he's a good competitor, but Warlow's just red hot right now. The damn confetti. As soon as it went off, I was like, they probably should have saved this for the last match of the evening, honestly. But Warlow was fired up. You could tell something was about to go down the way he walked to the ring. And speaking of that, he said that Cash Wheeler had to literally calm him down before walking to the ring because he was so amped up, he was so emotional. And Cash was like, "Hey, I need you to calm down because it's gonna be a dead giveaway." AKA Liv Morgan at Money in the Bank. It was a dead giveaway. A lot of people caught on to that. That she was going to win the Money in the Bank briefcase by the way she walked out. But you can still see Warlow was fired up, and he was like, "Look, Cash had to calm me down before I even got out there because I was doing too much." So shout out to Cash for that. But yeah, it was a solid match. Warlow did his thing. Warlow dominated. So yeah, it is what it is on that.
Bog says that the TNT title is such a hot potato. I will say since Miro lost it, that this title, I would say that since Miro, I want to say that it's past Miro's loss. I want to say that it's when Cody lost it. I want to say when Cody lost it and started having his matches with Sammy. I think that's when it really started to turn into a bad situation with this title because yeah, this has been just crazy, and especially this program with American Top Team and Sammy did this thing no favors. So yeah, hopefully Wardlow can get this thing back on the right path because somebody's got to. Because this title was supposed to be a good secondary title. So,
and that happened because Cody was going through a contract situation. They didn't know if he was going to be there or not. So that's why I was going back and forth between him and Sammy like it was. Because 1 minute Cody probably told him, "Hey, let's agree to do these amount of matches." Then the next minute Cody was like, "Well, look, I still want my contract to be yada yada." And Tony was like, "No." So we're gonna take that title right back off for you, put it on Sammy.
Ty says hopefully we get Miro versus Wardlow at All Out. That would be dope. I would like that idea. And having Wardlow go over. Because I think having Wardlow beat Miro to establish his reign would actually be a good idea to push this TNT title. Moxley is reminding us about his match with Brody King and going over all of his accomplishments and stuff like that. My only problem with this was that I felt like Brody King should have been giving this promo because he hasn't really talked or done anything. So I thought that he should have been the one explaining why he's excited and why he's pumped up for this match. So
yeah, didn't Malachi cut the promo for Brody King though?
Malachi later in the show. Moxley did one at first, and then Malachi ended up cutting a promo for Brody later in the show. So it was just like everybody was talking for Brody on why Brody was so invested and excited. So. After this, Christian was coming down to the ring, and Luchasaurus was right behind him. They were talking about what happened last week. Says that he doesn't owe anybody an excuse, and starts to talk about what's going on. But then Matt Hardy comes out. Hardy says that Christian is like the Michael Jordan of being an asshole. Hardy says Jungle Boy was his friend and that he trusted Christian, and Jungle Boy didn't deserve that. Christian said that Matt Hardy is starting to make his brother look like the sober one. He said that months of his life have been upside down. Matt says that months of his life have been upside down, but he regrets the Hardy family office. I think many of us heard that and said the same thing. He doesn't want any of the younger guys to be taken advantage of anymore. Christian says Matt's out here because he's a clout chaser and he uses everybody, including his brother and his issues, for one last run. And that he's jealous of him because he's now the most influential star in AEW, and Matt Hardy has just become an embarrassment to his family. That's when Luchasaurus drops him with a headbutt and tosses him into the steel steps and puts him through a table on the outside. And then Luchasaurus and Christian just go up the ramp. So what did you think about this segment, Dope?
Christian, all facts, true. When Matt Hardy came out, I was just like, okay. And I hate to feel like that about Matt Hardy because I was a huge Hardy fan. Love them both. Grew up watching them. And when Matt went solo, I wanted Matt to have more than what he had when he went solo in WWE. I always felt like Matt could have been a world champion too, just like his brother was in WWE. But they didn't believe in him like that. I was happy when he won a world title in Impact, TNA. I was happy for it, but now it's like now when I see Matt Hardy, I just roll my eyes now. So I hate to feel like that about Matt Hardy, but that's how I feel about Matt Hardy now. So when he came out, I was glad Christian just went on him. Christian even cut him off one time to get his, jab in. Like, oh, hold on, I'm not done. Wow, let me throw another jab at your brother real quick. Yeah.
So, Claim says, I have cough drops here for you, man. Bro, I'm telling you. My voice is, I don't know what's going on with it right now. After that, we got a video package for Blood and Guts with Angelo Parker and Matt Menard just basically talking. Matt Menard in this promo gave a hell of a speech, which was really dope. If you have the time, if you can find this video package, I would go back and watch it because he was giving a really good promo. That was the one thing that NXT or WWE, I guess they didn't care, but they lost something really good with Everrise over there.
Right when they were starting to get hot.
Yeah.
They started giving them their backstage segment and just they started building the momentum and they was gone.
Claudio and Jake Hager are backstage talking with Tony Schiavone. Hager says that Claudio has never won a big title anywhere in ROH, in WWE, and he's not going to win one in AEW. Claudio says that that he's undefeated in AEW so far, and all Hager's done is been carrying Jericho's bag since he's been here, and that they will be having a match next week at Fyter Fest, and that Claudio said he's going to have his arms raised. So I thought this was interesting. After this promo aired, a lot of people were thinking that, especially after the line of Claudio hasn't won a big title anywhere, that they were thinking that Claudio might be put in the title match picture against Jonathan Gresham at Death Before Dishonor for the Ring of Honor World Championship. I hope so, because I'm going to that show, and that would be freaking fantastic.
He just turned on somebody Friday too.
Yep,
that faction is crazy. Well, we'll get into that once we get there. But geez,
you probably don't play, man.
I don't know if they put Cesaro. I'm trying to think how they gonna. Cause what that's in. It was 2-3 weeks. When is that?
It is. Let me see.
I know it's coming up pretty quick.
Oh my lord, it's next week. Holy smokes.
Well, see, there you go. That's what I'm saying. I know it's coming up pretty quick. So I'm trying to
Saturday. Oh my god.
Yeah, with what happened to on Rampage, I'm trying to figure out how they're gonna just get Cesaro there or Claudio there. In that storyline. Like I don't know how they're gonna do it this quick. So
that's crazy.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't know how they're gonna do it. We'll see. But I knew they couldn't wait to do Claudio versus Hager. So,
especially after that spot in Blood and Guts too.
Yeah. So I mean, we the people, y'all know. Let's get the pop. Hager's gonna lose. As far as Claudio never winning a world title anywhere else, I don't know if he's gonna win in AEW either. Honestly, it's too with all the people that's there in AEW. I would love to see it. I don't think he's gonna do it.
I think he'll I think he'll win the All Atlantic title from Pac. I think they'll. I think
is that a world title though? He's won plenty of titles. Hager is talking about a world title.
Oh, well.
Appreciate the follow as well. Claudio is great. Glad he's in AEW. He better win one on God Says Lizard. I would love to see him win in the AEW. I don't think he does though. It's so many people right now ahead of him. He just got there.
That would be interesting.
I mean, you got a couple of injuries. I get that. Yeah, but like right now, storyline wise, and just right now, how it's been. I don't understand. I don't see how he can win it pretty quickly. It's gonna take a while for him to get there.
Claim says, what would you say is AEW's WrestleMania?
I wish it was.
No, because I want to say All Out, but I mean, it feels like Double or Nothing was technically their first show, but like All In, which is what All Out is based off of, was like the first. That's what got it started. Without All In, AEW doesn't even exist. So, like, I don't know.
I wish it would become Grand Slam, but they making Grand Slam a Dynamite. So,
bro, if you ever get the chance to go to a Grand Slam, if anybody in the chat has a chance to ever go to a Grand Slam, I would encourage you to go, because watching that live was insane last year. Be prepared that the food line and the merch line will be absolutely horrendous. But watching the show itself, the venue, inside watching the show, it's awesome. But yeah, all that other shit sucks. But yeah. And I saw a lot of wrestlers there too, just walking around. So that was really fun. That was really fun too. So.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
King, the song you hear is All That from the TV show All That in the 90s, buddy.
The 90s.
The young ass needs to grow up, buddy.
The 90s hit different. This is what me and Dope were watching back in the day.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next match we had was Swerve in Our Glory against Butcher and the Blade. Just a squash match where where Swerve in Our Glory got the dub. Still teasing some sort of dissension between them. Lee not knowing whether he can still completely trust Swerve. After this match, Team Taz came out and they said that they were tired of Lee and Swerve. Ricky Stark says, "What you have in front of you are two grown-ass men. You trick-ass bitch." That he calls Starks starts talking his stuff. He keeps talking, and then all of a sudden the Young Bucks come out. Long story short, the Young Bucks end up challenging Swerve in Our Glory and Team Taz to a three-way, because they said the Young Bucks state that they both lost to Jurassic Express and they beat Jurassic Express, so they can take on the two of them in a title match and it shouldn't be a problem. As soon as they started making this match for Fyter Fest next week, the crowd started chanting FTR. The crowd very much wanted to see FTR fight the Young Bucks, and the Young Bucks, this was like the first time I would say that I was watching an AEW show where the crowd was actually going against what was actually planned. Like they did not want to see a triple threat match. They just want to see FTR in this title picture.
Yeah.
So I thought that was very interesting. Do you have anything to say about that?
I thought they was gonna break up Swerve and Keith Lee. Real quick, Rob, talking about we over here celebrating beating 70 years old. Ask your mama how old we are, buddy.
Wow.
She knows, cause she knows. Let's go, buddy. Nah, punk ass. You thought I was gonna let you slide because Dark was talking? I was gonna come back to you. You know, I gotta hit you with the mama jokes real quick. But D Will, what's good? By the way, you say I thought I got away. Nah, buddy, you know I was just saving your comment. I can't interrupt Dark while he's talking. But this was a good segment. I'm shocked that the Bucks are the one that actually, delivered the challenge. I'm real shocked by that, with them being the punk ass heels. Yeah. So, but yeah, it is what it is, man. FTR probably should have been in it, but now we're gonna find out later why they not in it, which is pretty dope, because it was. We're going back to. I got to see it in person. Now you're about to see it in person. So there you go.
I'm ready. Oh man. Yeah. So Ty says FTR versus Bucks, 2 out of 3 falls main event incoming. That would be a great idea. I
Probably
think that's
so,
what has to
yeah.
happen. I think that's what has to happen. Yeah.
Probably so.
Eddie Kingston is in the ring talking to Tony Schiavone. He congratulates Wardlow. Then he congratulates everybody that was on his team, including Claudio, on his win on their wins at Blood and Guts. Then he's about to talk more, but Jericho gets on the Titantron. He calls. He says that he made Moxley a liar, and that Kingston, I'm sorry, says that Jericho made Moxley a liar, and that Kingston never tasted Jericho's blood. That's when he appears on the Titantron and asks Kingston if he wants to get crazy. So then the camera pans out, and Tay Conti is there holding a car door, and Ruby Soho's hand is being held like in the door. She slams it, and Ruby goes down, and that's the end of the segment. We didn't even see Eddie react or anything. And we would see him on Friday wrestling in a match where it didn't even seem like he really cared either. So I don't know what was going on with that whole thing.
Well, that promo he cut, though, after the match was the best promo of the week. So he definitely cared. But yeah, I didn't like the setup of that, because it's like you can tell that they're just waiting. Ty was just kind of like, and then Jericho had to say, "Go, Ty." And then she started yelling, "Get up!" Like she should have been. You could have been hearing something in the background while Jericho was talking to let us know it's a fight going on. Instead of all of a sudden she yelling, everybody's super quiet and she yelling. Ruby taking that door. I hope that's a prop door, because that shit look like it hurt. And she kicked it real hard. I really hope that's a prop door, and Ruby didn't take a real door to the arm, because it's not a good feeling, buddy. So yeah, that's all I got on that.
So we're in Brody Lee's hometown. So the Dark Order comes out with -1. The only remaining members of the Dark Order are John Silver, 10, Evil Uno, Alex Reynolds, and Anna Jay.
Okay, they did look short-handed. I thought I was tripping.
No, that's it. That is everybody. So those are the only members left. Crowd starts chanting Brody. Evil Uno says they've got big news. Thanks everybody for showing up and supporting the Dark Order. And he says that's why it's important to say that the Dark Order is here to stay. He hands -1 the mic, and that's when QT Marshall comes out and starts insulting -1 and challenges him to a match. I don't know when this match is going to happen or where it's going to happen, but QT Marshall is having a match with -1, so.
I don't like nothing about that. Like, I understand bringing -1 out and all that, you know, for that, the good feel and all that. I didn't like nothing about that. I ain't going to say nothing else. I don't like nothing else. I ain't like it about it. Let's move on.
So this was another interesting thing that happened in AEW. So or on Dynamite, I should say. So at the end of the first hour, at 9:00, Jim Ross's music starts playing, and then he starts to come out for commentary. So we only got 1 hour of Jim Ross this week on Dynamite.
You know they moved him and Tony Schiavone to Rampage.
To Rampage, yeah. So what do you think of that move? What do you think of that?
I think they're just bringing JR out just to give him, so he can still. I don't know. I think they're just trying to protect his feelings, because he's already been removed from Dynamite and replaced with Taz. So they just bringing him out for the last couple of matches and segments to protect his feelings, because I guess Tony don't want JR mad at him or whatever. So
I was gonna say I think they're trying to cut him down, but they're still trying to keep him on their big show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
which he's not needed. He's really not needed. The AEW diehards don't care for JR being on commentary or Tony Schiavone.
I think that Forbidden Door was a tryout for all of the different types of potential commentary teams that they wanted to try. Because you go back to Forbidden Door, we had Schiavone, Taz, and Excalibur. We just had Schiavone, Excalibur, and Kevin Kelly. We had Taz and Excalibur. Excalibur was like always a part of it, but we had different variations. of the crew that we were just trying.
Excalibur is not going anywhere.
No, Excalibur is definitely needed in this.
Once Taz got on there, that was it for JR and Tony Schiavone.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Taz fits this. Taz, first of all, Taz is just great anywhere. WWE, Impact, TNA. Taz is just good on the mic, and he knows his shit, and he studies the competitors that he's calling. So, yeah.
Honestly, Taz and Excalibur would be a perfect fit. The only thing I'd be worried about with Taz and Excalibur is that these guys, when Taz and Excalibur are calling a match, it's like it's two friends sitting down with beers watching a match. They just joke around a lot. So you would need a third person to just keep them focused on what's happening. But other than that, those two are great together. But yeah, no, I thought that was very, very interesting. So we had Penta Oscuro against Roosh in his debut singles match on Dynamatch. This match was fantastic.
Match of the night.
Yeah. These guys killed it. Roosh ends up coming away with the victory and takes Penta's mask, making him walk up the ring with a towel over his head at the end of it. So I really like that Los Ingobernables has reestablished themselves. I like that Andrade got back with Roosh. I just wish that they were both on Forbidden Door with the rest of their faction from Japan. That would have been so cool. But yeah.
That's my first time seeing Roosh in the ring. As you can tell by the remembrance of when he appeared, and I was just kind of looking. So I was like, I don't know who this guy is, but you knew who he was. So I was like, I don't know who this guy is, but that guy is dope, man. That was a fire match. That was a hell of a match from him, and he got the victory. So yeah, shout out to Roosh for that, man. That was fire. That was the match of the night for me.
Up next, we had the Acclaimed and the is this
you right? Ass Boys, yeah.
Okay, the Acclaimed and the Ass Boys versus Ruffin. I guess I missed this. Ruffin and Fuego del Sol. So what happened in this match? It says that the Acclaimed and the Ass Boys won. So what went down? What went down?
So they come out and you think everything is good, right? So Max is about to do his rap, and you see one of the Ass Boys just snatch the mic immediately, throws it to the ground, walk full speed to the ring. Crowd is booing at the point. Crowd is booing at this point because they were like, "What?" And Billy Gunn is just kind of walking behind the Acclaim, like with his arms up, like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" But I'm sitting there watching it. I'm like, something about to go down, man. Like, and it's kind of predictable because you see it. It's like they're setting it up. So the Ass Boys just take over the match. They didn't tag any Acclaim at all. They was pissed. They ran through everybody. They threw Leon around the ring like he was a little kid. They won the match, and then they get into it with the Acclaim. And here comes Billy to throw his brothers off again, right? I mean his son. I keep saying his brothers. They might well be brothers. Throw his sons off the Acclaim, and instantly, bow, clothesline, knocks out Max, takes out the other guy, Bowen, and then the Ass Boys and the Gunn family start attacking the Acclaim, and that's how it ends.
Okay. See, that's the part. I saw the part where the Acclaim were getting their asses whooped, so that's why I was confused. Yeah. So I was just like, I thought they were fighting each other. I didn't know that they had a match. That's how it started. Okay.
Now Billy made them seem like he was gonna take their side again, and
then
caught him.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You said no more scissor me daddy ass. Nope, it's dead. It's done.
Thank God. Thank God. Please. So sick of that.
Ty said that he saw that Andrade is managing Private Party next Wednesday. Man, what the F? Hope this doesn't mean AFO is bad. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I thought that was done. Why is he gonna be a part of the Los Ingobernables like Originales and then also still have Private Party under like what? Just let Private Party go back to what they were doing.
Let Private Party go back, go to Ring of Honor full time and start a Ring of Honor show.
I'm saying, bro, just put them on. Yeah, let them be the tag champions in Ring of Honor. Honestly, those guys, man. Oh Lord. Anyways, up next we had a promo by Miro saying that Malachi Black preys on the flawless, but he is a man without flaw, and the Redeemer is coming, and he's enraged. So, Jesus, I missed this too. I
can't
guess I
wait
just
to see
missed the
this
whole.
man. I
This
can't
match
wait to
is
see this man versus Malachi, man. That's about to be crazy.
Yeah. Oh man, that's gonna be crazy. There's not even a title involved, and this is crazy.
Yeah, he's mad because if you remember it,
He
was
cost
it
him
the
the
bit
match.
door?
Yeah,
he
cost
spit
him the
that mist
match.
in his face. Yeah, so that's which I forgot about until he said it. I was like, oh, that did happen. So
Didn't he have? I think he
couldn't-
had Clark Connors in the Game Over, and then he just spit it right in his face, and he had to let go.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Because when the promo first started, I was like, why is he mad at Malachi? And then when they showed, I was like, oh shit, that did happen. Like, yeah, I forgot. But yeah, fire promo. Miro's a beast, man. That's why he's a fight night champion in my universe mode right now. Can't nobody beat him right now. So hey, there you go.
Hey, your fight night champion is going up against my open weight champion in Malachi, bro. Hey,
there you go. There you go. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it.
Marina Shafir and Nyla Rose going up against Thunder Rosa and Toni Storm. The team, wait for it, Thunderstorm. That's right. Just a pretty by the numbers match with Thunderstorm getting the dub. Yeah, I don't know. I noticed something of potential, I guess, until what played out on Rampage played out. But I was going to say, up until this point, I noticed that you had Shafir and Nyla Rose. You had Thunderstorm. You had, tag titles, basically what I was saying. You said, goodness gracious. But yeah, and you had Deeb and Mercedes Martinez at one point working well together until something happened, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, I'm starting to think that there might be a tag division heading down there, which I don't think is a bad thing. So, but there is getting to be a lot of titles in AEW now.
It's funny timing that they're doing this too. Just want to say, it's funny that they're putting these women's teams together after we supposed to have a tournament in another company after, Sasha and Naomi let everybody down. So I think Tony's like, you know what? I got you. Let me create these real quick and show you how it's done. So,
main event time, interim AEW World Championship match. Jon Moxley going up against Brody King. Brody King comes out and he's just laying a beating on Moxley. Moxley comes back. We get into the end of the matchup with a running elbow by Moxley and a cradle for a 2 count, DDT by Moxley, hammer and anvil ambos by Moxley, transitioning into the bulldog choke, now turning it into a rear naked choke. King stands up with Moxley on his back, and then Moxley transitions from the rear naked choke back into the bulldog choke, and King is just dead at that point. He has exerted all of his energy, and Moxley chokes him out. I thought that was a really good way to put out Brody King. He doesn't tap out. He still looks really strong, and Jon Moxley retains. So,
yeah, I looked at it as a typical Jon Moxley match now.
Yeah.
I mean, the same, and I think the crowd is starting to look at it like that too, because when he was hitting the elbows, and it seems like lately when he starts hammering down on the elbows, the crowd's kind of like, all right. Like, they even booed a couple of weeks ago when he did it to become number one. Well, to become champ. Let me say that. So, yeah, I hope we'll see. Is Mox getting stale, or you want me to send you the link, Tony, or you want to put it in the chat? How you want to do it? I'll just put the link in the chat anyway, just in case.
Ty says, how would you guys book MJF's return? If it was me, I would wait until CM Punk returns. Forever, I think the longer it takes for him to come back, the better. And I need CM Punk to win and beat Moxley, and then have what's his name? Have MJF come back the day of the big show, whatever show it is, and just go right after Punk's leg. just jump a guardrail, try and disguise himself, and then just completely attack Punk, and then reveal that it's been him. Because we haven't heard anything. It's been radio silence, so I think that would be perfect.
Yeah, if he comes back. If he comes back. So I'm not even gonna speculate on MJF until I hear anything. So Tony says, do you think AEW is overbooked? Because I think so. Less than 10 minutes for your main event, and that's including commercials. It was a title match. Yeah, we definitely got on here plenty of times and said that they're doing too much at times. It's like they're trying to book a 3-hour show in 2 hours, and Raw is trying to book a 2-hour show in 3 hours. Like, they might need to reverse the time slots, because it is a lot that they are throwing at you. You don't get a chance to breathe sometimes on shows. And speaking of breathing, Excalibur don't get a chance to breathe when he's giving the card rundown after something that just happened. So yeah, Tony, I mean, you know what I feel like? I feel like Tony is me playing universe mode right now, where you got all these competitors. And he's just like, man, I want to get them involved this week. I want to get them involved this week too. But shit, I got a story going with these guys, but I do need to mix this in. That's like me playing universe mode is Tony Khan in real life right now. That's what it is. So he said a lot of segment wasn't. Yeah, it is too many segments. I didn't care for the Malachi Black segment because he was talking for Brody King, like Dark said earlier. They could have erased that one.
Well, they could have erased 2 segments at once by just, like I said, they could have just had Brody talk about him for himself. If you just have Brody come in saying, I was in New Japan, I was in MLW, I was in this, that, and the third, this is why I want a title shot. And then, yeah, you get rid of the... Yeah, I agree with Get the Tables. Yeah, I mean, that's always been AEW's, I guess, one of their bigger things. That's why, like, a lot of people that review AEW, there's a big difference. Like, there's a big difference if when you go through all the stuff that Dope goes through on just an episode of Raw, even though it's 3 hours, like, we can still go through that relatively more quickly than one episode of AEW. And that's because there's so much stuff that's cram-packed in between each, you know?
Yeah.
And I love AEW, but, like, that's just the truth of it. That's just undeniable. That's undeniable.
Yeah, so, I mean, he'll figure it out. Man. He's only 3 years in. I really hope that they get a Ring of Honor show. And just...
That would help out
some of those. Yeah, that'll definitely help, but...
Because then you could just spread out your roster.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with it. I had to spread out my roster on 2K. Like, I had to bring AEW back and make it a main show because I got too many damn people. And I still couldn't get everybody on the damn show. So...
Yeah, I'm even thinking about getting the second show started too.
Yeah, I took away Fight Night and just put AEW and then gave them their own titles, of course. Now we got DKF and AEW. Every now and then we'll do joint pay-per-views, like a Survivor Series type of thing, which we're going to do. But AEW got their own, DKF got their own. That's the only way I can use everybody. So, is that it for AEW? You got anything else on it?
That is it for Dynamite.
There you go. Dynamite in the building, a loaded show. I got a quick 60 to 90 second review on Impact. I was finally able to watch Impact this week from start to finish. Fire show. AEW can actually take notes from Impact the way they're doing and getting everything in. But let's give you a quick rundown. Alan Angel debuts in Impact. Hold on, let me get back to the comments. I can't see the comments. All right, there we go. Alan Angel actually debuts on Impact, and he went up against Speedball Mike Bailey for the X Division Championship, and that match was so fire in the opening. It was fire. Speedball gets the win. He retains. Speedball is looking to defend that title every single time he is out there. So this man is going to be a fighting champion, and he's proven to be that fighting champion. Fire match. We have that. Violent by Design. Cody and Big J come out. They're looking for Alexander, the walking weapon, the champ. And they were saying, hey, this is not done. They're looking for Josh Alexander. Eric Young comes back. He returns. We haven't seen him since Slammiversary. He returns like, what are you doing? You need to follow my lead. This is not part of my vision. I am the man. You need to do what I tell you to do. And then Cody tells Eric, hey, well, we thought we were doing your vision by bringing the title to Violent by Design. And since you couldn't do it, we thought that Big J would be able to do it. And of course, Big J lost. So Eric Young returns and say, well, look, Big J was undefeated under my watch. Y'all go outside and have one match, and now he's no longer undefeated. So you need to do things my way yet again, or I'm gonna have to basically get rid of y'all. So Cody and Big J was like, no, let us show you we can do our own thing. That ends that segment right there.
Before you continue, I just wanted to say too that Impact uploaded the full match between Speedball Mike Bailey and Alan Angels. If anybody wanted to watch that on YouTube, so all right, that's all I wanted to say.
He thought he was gonna bring new people out. You know what? I thought he was gonna get rid of them too. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I got that vibe from it, Liz. So I know what you're talking about. Moving on, Trey Miguel defeated Laredo Kid, another fire match. Trey Miguel basically did it on one leg. As his left leg was all taped up. He could barely do his moves. All of his moves that he ended up doing all his springboards and everything off of one leg, which was crazy. Trey Miguel gets the victory. He's looking to take on Mike Bailey pretty soon, with Mike Bailey defending his title every week. So that might be the setup there. They did a throwback to Ric Flair's, one of his top moments, I guess. I don't know what that means. Killer Kelly is coming. They did a vignette about Killer Kelly. I don't know who the hell Killer Kelly is.
She wrestled in the Mae Young Classic for a little while. She was on NXT. Was she on NXT? I feel like she was. I think that's where I heard of it. And she retired for last year because she was dealing with some type of nasal issue where she was having a hard time breathing in the ring. So she had to stop wrestling for a while. But she came back. And after this promo that aired on Impact this week, actually, she revealed that she's actually been signed to Impact for, I think she either said 2 or 3 years. So, but they just haven't used her. So, and that's partially been because of the pandemic. So,
damn.
Yeah. So
I thought
that was
Storm.
very interesting. So,
I know Storm asked for her release. So that's a hit to me as far as that division, because Storm was cold. But James Storm and the Wildcat Chris Harris, celebrating their return victory, and then James Storm went looking for Moose, but he ran into Steve Macklin instead, and they get into it. So long story short, Steve Macklin and James Storm will have a match next week on Impact. And then we have PCO taking on Black Taurus, which was a crazy match in itself. PCO, at his age, doing the stuff that he is doing, it's like he found a new energy, a new life. I don't know what PCO is doing in Impact, but this man is turning back the clock.
Bro, he is, I don't know what's going on, bro. Ever since he came back, like, to Ring of Honor all those years ago, it's like, bro, why? I remember a spot, like, there was a time when Ring of Honor and New Japan ran the Madison Square Garden, and the Gorillas of Destiny gave him a powerbomb over the top rope right onto the floor. I was like, and he's 50. He was like 50 at his age, and like he's older now, but like at the time he was like 50. I was like, how are you guys gonna give him a powerbomb over the top rope to the floor? Like, golly,
you don't care. This man did a swanton to the apron. This man did a cannonball, almost like a suicide cannonball dive to the outside. I was just like, how's he doing this, man? First of all, man, his size shouldn't be doing cannonballs outside through the ropes. Suicide dive. Like,
calls himself Frankenstein, man. He really is, bro.
And this man, and the crowd loves him in the Impact. This man is going crazy, and he's not even a face in this match. Like, Black Taurus is the face in this match, but they were cheering for PCO. And this is after PCO was threatened basically by Honor No More backstage. Like, hey, you better win this match or it's gonna be some issues, because we don't have no more room for failure here in Honor No More. So Honor No More comes out and they celebrate the win by PCO. Heath Slater comes in from the back and takes down Kenny King, and then he hurry up escapes before the rest of the members, notice what happened. So, Heath Slater got a nice little pop there. Trying to see if anything else that was major. Everybody is going after Brian Myers, the Digital Media Championship. So you had a segment with him. And Zicky Dice, and there was somebody else I can't remember, so I'm gonna keep scrolling. But everybody's looking for Brian Myers, his digital media title, whatever on that. Rich Swann takes out is it Shira, however you say it, with Rod Singh. Shira is an Indian guy, big guy, almost like their version of Veer.
Oh Lord, hold on a second.
I don't know how they say his name, honestly. I've barely seen this guy on TV when I watch.
I'm not sure.
Liz said that's right. So okay. And then but yeah, Rich Swann gets the win over him. So which I wasn't expecting because they was hyping this guy up to be the big badass. Moving on, you have Rosemary tells Taya Valkyrie that they're going to find Havoc next week. Rosemary doesn't want Taya to go, but Taya's like, no, we're teammates. I'm going with you. Rosemary kept calling it like this dark hell. She's like, humans don't go here. Humans go here to die, to the place I'm going to find Havoc. And Taya was like, no, I don't care. I'm going with you. So they're going to this dark place to find Havoc next week, where humans die. I can't remember what she actually called it, but yeah, it's going to be something crazy. So then we get to the main event, which was a fire match, and I instantly got mad at WWE NXT for letting these women go. Number one contenders match, the Undead Rim. There you go, Liz. I knew Liz was going to remember. The Undead Rim. That's where they're going next week to find Havoc. So
shoot.
I knew it was something crazy. I kind of half-ass watched that segment when that happened.
Impact is just this two young character is just always so funny.
Right.
They aren't afraid to kill people off like that too. That's how they got rid of Allie.
Yeah. They'll kill you. Yeah. So let's see what happens to Taya, if she's dead or not next week. But Deonna Purrazzo takes on Mia Yim for the number one contenders match for the Knockout Women's World Title, and this match was fire. These ladies went back and forth, man. I don't know if that was the match of the night versus the Mike Bailey Alec Angel match. Those two matches were fire. Impact put on a hell of a show. Mia Yim won, of course, and then here comes the champ Jordan Grace to kind of shake her hand, give her respect. Hey, congratulations, but you about to see me. I'm the champ. So that was Impact for you, man. If you missed anything, I would suggest watching the Mia Yim Deonna Purrazzo match, the Mike Bailey Alec Angel match, and the Trey Miguel versus I keep calling this guy Kalisto, man. I don't know why he reminds me of Kalisto when I see him. What is this guy's name? Now I didn't say Kalisto. Now his name is stuck in my head. God damn it. What's the boy name? What's the guy name? Laredo Kid.
Laredo Kid. There you
Laredo Kid versus Trey Miguel. Those three matches from Impact. If you don't want to watch the whole show, watch Laredo Kid, Trey Miguel, Alec Angel, and Alec Angel versus Mike Bailey. And then the main event. You say Mia fine ass respectfully, keep legal, whoop your ass, boy. You keep playing.
Respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's crazy. Respectfully. So that's how he is. Moving on, let's get to SmackDown. I was in attendance for SmackDown. I give you my thoughts on the show after I give you the rundown. If you want me to stop Dark while I'm giving you the rundown, I'm gonna just run through it. If you want me to stop at any point, just let me know. Or if you want to wait to the end, just let me know. So we start out with the Bloodline coming out. Of course, Roman got to talk. He comes out, cut his promo. Him and he said, "Finally, I can talk." Oh, I forgot you don't watch Impact or AEW. Trash. You got to do better. But the Bloodline come out, cut their promo. Paul is nervous. Roman is full of confidence. Paul is just looking with the stupid face like, hey, I got a boo-boo. That's how Paul was looking the whole time. Roman even pointed it out. And Paul was just telling him, look, man, I've known Brock Lesnar for over 20 years. When this man has his back up against the wall, that's when he's the most dangerous. Like, and he gave examples. He said when he beat the Undertaker, he wasn't supposed to beat the Undertaker. He did it. When his back up was against the wall against the Rock at SummerSlam, he wasn't supposed to win that. He did it. So he's saying, Roman, you got to be the most vicious Roman guy out there we ever seen. Now, Theory, and this was weird in the arena, but Theory shows up during Roman's entrance, and he's just kind of standing there. And in the arena, he stood there, and then it went to commercial, and he just left.
He didn't
Stay there. He left.
I don't think on the show we saw him come. They played his music and he came out and ran around the ring and then.
Oh, did you not see him like standing at the entrance?
No,
the camera didn't show him.
No, all I saw was him running around the ring with his briefcase and then.
Okay, well, it was, even on the screens in the arena, it was a cut scene where when Roman and them was coming out and they was in the ring talking, Theory was just like there on a ramp on the stage with his Money in the Bank and he was pointing. And the crowd kind of popped a little bit, and then they went to commercial, and then right before commercial break, Rob, they went to commercial, and Theory just walked off. Like, he was like, okay, walked off, and then Roman Reigns was kind of standing around. They was just looking like, here we are, standing here. I hate commercials doing when you at the show. It's so bad. It's so bad. But you say not a cut scene. Yeah, it was definitely a cut scene. And then, of course, like you said, Theory comes out, skips around the ring for whatever reason. Whatever. Moving on. Viking Raiders.
I just wanted to say that I just, what is it called? Paul Heyman, gave a really good promo here.
He did.
The problem was that he was just selling us something that he's already sold us 80 million times. So it was just it was going in one ear and out the other. It's just good Lord. It's just there's only so many times, and you have your best person, one of your best promos trying to sell us for this match, but you've given us this match 80 times. Why do we really need to care? Because why? It's because it's one last time for the last man, for the last man's time. I don't know how they're booking this.
Last man standing the one last time for Brock.
Yeah, good Lord. Bro,
we know this is not the last time for them.
It isn't. No, it's not. Yeah. No, it's not. Golly. Yeah, so I was just over that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the audio is so bad, but I'll talk about all that after. The Viking Raiders defeated Jinder Mahal and Shanky, and then they laid out the New Day after the match. Let me keep going. Shinsuke. I did. This was a good moment in the arena. Shinsuke defeated I hate calling him this, Ludwig. And Walter proceeds to punish him with 3 chops. And that last chop was so freaking hard that it echoed in the arena. It was, man, I felt bad for him after that 3rd chop. First 2, I was like, all right, he can take that. That last one, boy, Walter was not playing with this guy.
The 3rd one, the 3rd one sounded like a Walter chop right there.
Bruh.
Oh, Jesus. Walter remembered who he was when he hit him with that 3rd one. I was like, oh, man.
It was bad, man. Rob was like, a guy like me shaking that shit. Rob, stop. You cap so much. You cap so much, Rob. I would just stop. Moving on. Liv Morgan is interrupted by Natalya again. The same exact promo that you heard Monday night. So if you wasn't here while we talked about it on Monday night, I don't know what to tell you, but it was the same exact promo.
The same promo. The exact
and then you
same
had
words.
Yeah, exact same thing. And then you had Ronda Rousey come out. She forgets where she is. Here in Fort Worth, Texas. She completely forgot. She was like, you know where you are. And the crowd just kind of laughed and was some booed, but most of them just laughed because it's Ronda Rousey. That's how a lot of people looked at it. All the side conversations from people sitting in front of me, beside me, they was all like, well, it's Ronda, typical Ronda. That's pretty much what everybody said. So the boos turned into, they laughed it off. Yeah, basically.
Natty Boomalati. Yep, bro. What the hell?
Natty Boomalati, which I did not hear that part in the arena because the audio is so bad with WWE bringing their own PA system instead of using the arena's PA system. Audio is so bad.
Boomalati. What in the world?
Yeah, and a lot of people was talking when Ronda was talking, so they really didn't pay attention. So we didn't hear everything, but we heard. Yeah, I had to see that on TV. I'm sorry, Twitter. when she said Natty Boom Balady, I was like, she said that shit? We did not hear that because we would have got on her ass. Like, yeah. Maximum male models come out. I felt so bad for them. First of all, half the crowd went up and got food and went to the bathroom break, including myself. Boys said they had to use the restroom. I took my boys to the restroom. Let's go. This is perfect timing. Everybody is getting food. Everybody is using the restroom while the maximum male models are doing their thing. We come back. They are still in the ring doing that slow ass,
Damn.
whatever show it is, whatever they're doing. They come out in tennis rackets. We coming back and we see them in these outfits, and we're laughing and booing, and the boos just got so loud. I pulled my phone out and started recording. I was like, this is bad. Eli Drake, Tone, or LA Knight, whatever his name, Max Dupree, whatever the hell his name is now, his whole tone changed because the boos got so bad. And I don't know how it sounded on TV, but it was bad. Like, it was bad. They booed the shit out of him. And you couldn't hear him talking no more because the boos was so bad. It was so loud. So they better get a match pretty soon because what they're doing right now is not working. And I feel bad for those guys because they're just doing what they're handed. So, watch this become Lizard Time King out real quick. Watch this become more over than the Shield. Nah, don't tell him about. He good. I just want him to know how stupid that was. But yeah, Lacey Evans comes out. She's supposed to be in a random ass tag match with Aaliyah of all people. And yeah, she comes out and she comes out, right, and the crowd just like, okay, I guess she's face. Yay. That's literally the first reaction. You just yay. So she goes back, and the crowd's like, "What's going on?" Nobody's really booing yet. We're just like, "What's going on?" And then we see she comes back again. We thinking it in the arena. We're thinking they're about to go to commercial, and she just came out too early or something. So we're like, "Okay, she's going back. Cool." She comes back. The music plays again, and she's like, "Come on." So now we looking like, "Bitch, who are you?" So in the arena, we're just like, no. Now we like, nah, you tripping now. You went back because you didn't want us to cheer. We wasn't cheering loud enough for you. She goes back again and then comes back out, and now it's just boos. We're booing. Like me, my boys, all the kids around us, everybody was booing. Boo! So she cuts this promo, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I wonder if this is on TV. Because I don't know what they're showing on TV or not,
Oh, yeah, it was on TV.
And so she attacks Aaliyah. Yeah. And that's that segment there. But yeah, you like, you got some nerve to keep walking back and forth expecting cheers. We don't like you like that. So then we got the Usos defeating Los Lotharios. I don't know how it came off on TV, but in the arena, this match was fire. It was quick, but it was fired, and the crowd was reacting to everything they did. Again, I don't know how it came off on TV, but I can only tell you how it was in the arena. It was a quick match, but it was fire. Those super kicks were heard. They were landed flush. It was fire. Only part that got weird was when the Usos super kicked Angel, and he got right back up and then landed another super kick. It was like, damn, how is he back up already off a double super kick? Other than that, it was fire. How did it come off on y'all on the TV?
On TV, the match was fine, but like you were saying, like that match was super short. And you're right, like, because I'm trying to look it up right now, but I think the highest match time for anything that happened that night was, I think, 3 minutes. Like, yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was one of those episodes of what was it called, of SmackDown, where that show didn't have a very high match time. It was mostly segments and stuff. I don't know if that's something that you might have noticed.
Yeah, so many segments, so many commercials. I was bored, and I was bored, and I was like, this is bad, man. Even the Ronda, I forgot to tell y'all, they had a match for the people who didn't see it. Ronda did face Natalya, and the fans were like, wait, I thought Ronda was hurt. Like, we're all talking amongst each other like, ain't she hurt? Like, that was the whole point of Liv winning, was Ronda being too injured to wrestle. And now she's wiping out Natalya. And then right after that, they put a graphic up in the arena that Natalya is fighting Liv
for a title contention match.
Championship contender, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And instantly everybody started booing, like boo, like what? Why? Why are you doing this? She just lost to a woman on one leg, and it was a squash match.
Yeah, basically.
And you taking up time from this tag match. They had to rush the Usos and Los Lotharios out there, and they had to rush their match because they still had Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus to follow with 10 minutes left in it, which turned into Drew versus Butch, Pete Dunne, which is, Rob, eat a dick. How about that? I sound that out, didn't I? Drew McIntyre versus Pete Dunne, which was supposed to be a fire match. It could be fire, but it's Butch and it's 10 minutes, so we know Drew is finna kill this guy.
Oh yeah, So the times here were what? Viking ratings and Jinder and Shanky went 115. Shinsuke and Ludwig actually had the most time on the show with 6 minutes. Ronda and Natalya went 2:15. The Usos and Los Lotharios went 2 minutes exactly, and Drew and Butch went 1:30.
Yeah, imagine that. Drew McIntyre and Pete Dunne going 1:30 seconds. Like that shouldn't be happening. That should be a fire match. Hell, that should be a one of the main events for the castle.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, those two. Oh, yeah.
Just, here you go, Trish. Every time we stream, your ass eating or something. This is what you do. You just come in and eat and talk about how good your food is and shit. This is what you do, Trish. But that is SmackDown. Anything you got to say before I give you the arena experience?
Ty says that SmackDown is pretty unbearable these days. It's been happening since the draft. Yeah, I think SmackDown. It happens pretty much anytime SmackDown gets good. Then we get a draft and SmackDown becomes really shitty until, I don't know, WWE tries to shake things up again, and then SmackDown ends up being the better show. So yeah, this was just a very terrible episode of SmackDown. Didn't care for anything. Everything felt like it was just a rehash of shit. Paul Heyman cutting a promo on Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns literally was a rehash on something we've already seen. They were retreading on weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of building on what's her name, Lacey Evans. They just decided to go back on it, and now she's a heel again. Ronda Rousey and Natalya, we saw it on TV, and it was way worse than what we saw at Money in the Bank. That match was actually good. This was just god awful and didn't make any sense, like Dope said. And Natty Boom Laddie, I don't know what the hell that was. That chop from Walter was dope as hell. That was a dope chop. That was really dope.
That was a good match too. That was actually a good match, and the crowd was on fire for Shinsuke. Shinsuke got a nice pop.
Listen, what's the one difference between that one match and everything else on the show is that this actually got some sort of time on it. That was almost a 7-minute match, though. Everything else didn't crack 2:30.
And that explains why the dark match between Bobby Lashley and Theory was the most fire thing that happened that whole night. And that's the only thing that really kept the crowd up from start to beginning was them two in a dark match. Because we didn't get shit on SmackDown, but a whole bunch of commercial breaks. Walter had to stand in the ring for 5 minutes. And I posted this clip on Twitter while the crowd is just doing DX chops to the DX team.
I saw that.
And I'm just like, bro, like every time they go to a break, if you've never been to a WWE show doing a TV show, every time they go to the break, they'll come out, music play, music will go off, and they would just stand there. Literally just stand there. Only person that really got involved with the crowd was Natalya doing a commercial. She got involved to kind of keep the crowd engaged with stuff. So I give respect to Natalya for that. Usos did it a little bit, but not really, because Roman and Paul were just kind of just standing there talking amongst themselves while, it's just a whole bunch of nothing going on, and it's dark in the arena the whole time. And like it's just weird. Like I can't stand it. It's too many damn commercials, man. So but yeah, Roman, he commands the crowd's attention. As soon as his music hit, everybody instantly on their feet. No matter if you're booing or cheering, you have to stand up when Roman is coming to the ring. Same with the Usos. When they came up by themselves, you have to stand up, or otherwise you ain't gonna be able to see because everybody is standing up. And the only promo that we actually heard on that horrible ass PA system was Roman and Paul because everybody was quiet. Everybody else that talked, Ronda was talking, everybody else was talking. Backstage segments, people were talking. You gotta listen super hard to even understand what they're saying because the PA system sucks. You know, when Gunther and what's his name was talking, Marcel, we really didn't understand what they were saying, and it made it worse when the crowd started chanting "what." So we really couldn't hear nothing. I didn't hear a word they said. So I'm gonna have to go watch it on TV because I didn't understand nothing they said. It was a big echo and a whole bunch of what chants to me. Bobby Lashley over. Ronda Rousey got a nice pop, but people started saying, "Why is this happening? Why is the match happening?" And then when they put Natty versus Liv, they was like, "Boo!" Instantly, boo. So it was stupid. Pat does something on commercial. Pat wasn't there. If y'all noticed, Shinsuke, when he came out, it was Baron Corbin and what's his name?
Was on commentary that day.
Corey Graves, yeah. So Pat McAfee wasn't there to entertain us like he normally is, and they missed him because it was trash. He said they said a whole lot of nothing. He said keep Corey on Raw. Facts. What else? Bobby Lashley and Theory. Theory is getting heat. What is people hate him for real, or people just hate his character? But Theory is getting heat. Bobby Lashley, the dark match was over as hell. The loudest pops of the night: Roman, Shinsuke, Ronda, Bobby Lashley, hands down. Everybody else was just Viking Raiders. Whatever they did to them over the years, it worked to kill them because nobody gives a damn about the Viking Raiders. Like as heels or faces. The last 2 times I've seen, the last 3 times I've seen New Day, they got their ass whooped. WrestleMania, Money in the Bank. Last 3 times I've seen Kofi, he's gotten his ass whooped.
That's so sad.
In person. Money in the Bank, WrestleMania, and then SmackDown. Every time. But Viking Raiders, they music hit. That's it. Nobody clapped. Nobody booed. Nobody did nothing. People was eating funnel cakes.
That's so sad.
They didn't give a damn. And I was just like, this is sad, man. I'm just thinking to myself, this is sad. Because the last time.
The best tag team match I've ever seen in NXT was the War Raiders going against Malachi and Ricochet. That was the greatest tag match I've ever seen. I can't remember which takeover it was, but that tag match was so freaking good. And to see these guys, and they left NXT undefeated, and to see them being treated like this is just the worst thing of all time. I can't believe that. That's so sad. That is so sad,
bruh. And it's bad because the last time I saw them, they were faces then, and it was the same thing. They music hit, nobody gave a damn, bro. Not even the kids. Like my kids reacted to everybody. They either booed or cheered everybody. When Vikings Raiders came out, they didn't move. Like nobody moved or said a word. It was just like me and you talking right now, and you just hear the music and me and you talking. That's what it was in the arena. Like they don't care about the Viking Raiders. Nikki ASH got a better reaction than the Viking Raiders.
Yeesh.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that. So that's SmackDown, man. Let's get to AEW. Right. Oh, the alcohol is here. It's about to get crazy.
Oh shit!
No,
he said the alcohol is here.
Yeah, it is alcohol, but I plan on not saying nothing crazy. So let's get to Rampage.
All right, Rampage starts off with a insane matchup between Eddie Kingston and Konosuke Takeshita. This match was insane. insanity. These guys go off with a just trading back and forth with each other. This at one point, Takeshita holds on to Eddie Kingston with German suplexes. Eddie gets a hold of him and reverses it into an exploder suplex of his own. Takeshita then charges at Kingston, and Kingston just nails him with a giant clothesline, a lariat. And then he picks him up and hits him with a Liger Bomb and only gets a 2 count. Then the end of the match comes along, where these guys are going back and forth. Takeshita tries to go for his big knee, which is his finisher, but Eddie blocks it. Then he goes for a Hurricane, which knocks back Takeshita. Takeshita hits his big knee, which knocks Eddie Kingston into a full rotation, into a second Hurricane, and Takeshita goes down, and Eddie Kingston's still reeling from the knee, and he just falls flat on his back. He's knocked out, but he falls right on top of Takeshita, and the referee counts 1, 2, 3, and the match is over. That match, the ending of that match was so well told and so well done. I fucking love this. This was the opener of Rampage. I implore anybody to go and check this out. This was awesome. Eddie Kingston and Konosuke Takeshita was fantastic.
Might be the damn. It's gonna be hard to decide the match of the.
Yeah.
Well, we don't do match of the week, but we do show of the week and superstar of the week. But yeah, right. If we had to do match of the week, that would have been tough.
Oh my lord. Yeah, this match was crazy. Up next we had the Gates of Agony going with Tully Blanchard going up against Lee Moriarty and Jonathan Gresham. Now the Gates of Agony align themselves with Tully Blanchard as a part of Tully Blanchard Enterprise. At the end, or in the second match going into what was it called? Supercard of Honor. So the Gates of Agony start working on Lee Moriarty instantly. Moriarty is trying to fight off these guys the entire time. He's trying to tag in Jonathan Gresham. He gets close one time, but then Tully Blanchard starts arguing with Gresham. Gresham just abandons his post and goes to address Tully Blanchard right when Moriarty is like can go and tag Gresham, so that cost him the tag.
They told you right there what was about to happen.
Pretty much. They start going, or Moriarty is getting thrown around even more. He's still trying to fight off the Gates of Agony. It gets to a point where Moriarty finally is in control against Khan and Leona. They're both out of the ring. There's a clear path for Moriarty to get to Gresham. He jumps over, he does the jump to tagging Gresham, and Gresham just pulls up his hand, climbs down the steps, goes to the entranceway where Tully Blanchard is waiting for him, and they just hug. And then Moriarty is just in the ring getting killed by the Gates of Agony. The Gates of Agony get the 1, 2, 3, and we come to find out that Gresham has aligned himself with Blanchard Enterprises, and that Moriarty will be getting a Ring of Honor World Championship match on Rampage next week.
And then people forget that Brian Cage is a part of that faction as well.
Oh my God, he is! Wow, Jesus,
Yeah.
I did forget about.
And
Damn,
these
there's
guys,
a lot of meaty men in this group. Holy,
bruh, I'm telling you, these guys are huge. Like, you go to a show, you see like the big shows and Omos, who is huge. Shanky is a huge guy as well, man. It's my first time really seeing him in person in the ring, because last time they just kind of kidnapped Drew McIntyre and just dragged him out on the ramp. But at Money in the Bank. But Shanky is a huge guy. Like, he's taller than what I thought. We know he's tall, but he's even taller than what I expected him to be. But these guys and Cage, just we're not talking about like just height. We're talking about just mass. These are some big guys, man. I'm like, oh nah, man. I ain't trying to get in the ring with none of them clotheslining me. I'm good on that.
Oh shit, that kill you.
Like, all three of those guys are just ridiculous. When I saw them in Ring of Honor, I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. They got muscles everywhere, man.
Everywhere. Eddie Kingston is in the back telling everyone that Takeshita is the future of the sport, and I completely agree with him. He also tells them to go back when he goes back home to say hi to Akiyama for him, Jun Akiyama. So I'm hoping Jun Akiyama is, for people that don't know, is a wrestling legend in Japan. He wrestled for Pro Wrestling Noah back like in the early days of the company's history. And now he works in DDT as one of the old heads with Konosuke Takeshita. So hopefully, and Eddie Kingston looks up to these people. That's where he gets his wrestling style from. So hopefully that match will happen. But regardless, Kingston says that he has to put that to bed and that he promises to go after Jericho and get his blood, and that he wants Jericho in a barbed wire match. It is important that everybody realize that they did not say exploding. The word exploding was not in this, because I initially was very concerned when I saw this, and then I realized they're not making the same mistake twice.
I'm still concerned because I listened to Mark Henry explain exactly what this thing is gonna look like, and he's like, no, it's an actual short cage with barbed wire. He's like, I don't know what they're gonna do in that little ass space with that barbed wire besides just beat the shit out of each other and punch. But he's like, no, it's an actual shark cage, and he said they are thinking about having it hanging above the ring while they're fighting.
Yeah, the JAS are gonna be hanging in the ring while they're fighting in the barbed wire ring.
That's not what Mark said. He might have got it wrong. He might have said it wrong.
That's what at least that's what it looked like on the graphic. I'm not 100% sure exactly what this is supposed to be, but it seemed like JAS was gonna be hanging in a shark cage while these two fought in a barbed wire ring.
I hope that's what it is, because what Mark was saying, I was like, bruh, what are you talking about? Like, Mark made it seem like the Kingston and Jericho are going to be in a shark cage with barbed wire around it, and they're going to hang the cage up and fight. That's what Mark Henry said. I might have to find that clip and pull it up.
I hope not.
I really hope that's not what it is.
Bro,
that shit is crazy, bro.
That'd be insane. Up next, we had Serena Deeb and Mercedes Martinez going up against Kayla Sparks and Christina Marie. Deeb and Martinez won, and at the end of the match, Deeb held in the Serenity Lock, and Mercedes Martinez was just like, whoa, hey, you don't need to keep it in there that long. The entire match, Serena Deeb and Mercedes Martinez were just trying to one-up each other. At the end of the match, Deeb knocked out Mercedes Martinez and put her in the Serenity Lock, and Martinez tapped immediately. And this is important because Mercedes Martinez is the Ring of Honor Women's Champion, and she's going into Death Before Dishonor with no challenger. So,
yeah, well, she got a challenger now. JR asked when what's her name tapped, when Martinez tapped after the match. JR's like, you notice she tapped so quick. That means, Serena got to let her go. You tap quickly, the hold won't be applied as long. I'm like, JR, this is not a match. They're fighting. Like, it doesn't matter if she's tapping. She's being attacked right now, JR. I was like, oh my, this is why you're on Rampage, JR. Shit like this. When he said it, I was like, oh my God, JR, you're too good for this, man. You're a legend, bro. But Serena is just so good. She is so good in the ring. She is so smooth, and the stuff she was doing, it's effortless to her now. Like, she's at the point that she just do whatever she wants. I feel bad. As soon as I saw the two girls in the ring, I told Miss Dope, I was like, they're about to get their ass whooped. She just started laughing. She like, why did they even show up? I said they got paid to get their ass whooped, basically. They didn't even get a move in. Not one move. It was bad. I was just laughing.
I would honestly love for Serena to have a run with this AEW championship. If Serena gets the AEW World Championship, she's going to put everybody just to shame. Her run would be fantastic, at least match-wise.
She's not getting the AEW women's title. She'll get the Ring of Honors, but she's not getting the AEW.
Good Lord. She better get the AEW championship.
That
match, I think, her match with Thunder Rosa was probably... I don't know. Thunder Rosa's actually had a lot of good matches with that title so far.
Thunder Rosa is a beast in that there. She is physical and don't give a damn. When her and Marina was going at it in the tag match, on Wednesday, and she was chopping Marina, and I guess she chopped her like too high in the neck, because you hear Thunder Rosa quickly say sorry, and Marina pushed her and was like, "Don't say sorry." So Thunder Rosa was like, "Oh yeah." Bow, smack again, bro. Like every time those two in the ring, they just go at it, man. Like, but Thunder Rosa is a physical woman, man.
There was. Oh, speaking of Thunder Rosa, so this. Oh man, I do not know the day. Pardon me for not knowing, but recently Tokyo Joshi Pro had a match, a big card. This was, to my knowledge, this was the first big show in Japan that featured a crowd that was allowed to make noise. And this was an all Joshi promotion that actually had this show. Thunder Rosa was on the card against their best wrestler that's on their card, Miyu Yamashita. And the stipulation was that if Miyu Yamashita beat Thunder Rosa, that she would get a future AEW women's title shot. And she beat her in a singles match clean. So, yeah, so look out for that in the future. So I thought that was pretty dope. So, but we go to the main event. Tony Nese with Smart Mark Sterling against Orange Cassidy with Chuck Taylor, Trent, and Danhausen. The stipulation here is that if Tony Nese beats Orange Cassidy, then Orange Cassidy has to sign with Smart Mark Sterling. Then Orange Cassidy has to sign Smart Mark Sterling's petition to remove Swerve from the roster. Because right now, Smart Mark Sterling is trying to get rid of Isaiah Scott Swerve.
Yeah. I was like, why?
So these two, they go at it. Pretty good match. Tony Nese, I've always liked Tony Nese. He's very athletic, has great matches. I feel like he's just stuck in a spot where it's just, I don't know what it is. He has good matches, but that's it. He's not unremarkable. You know what I mean? Like he's just kind of a good hand. But match comes to an end when Danhausen puts a curse on Tony Nese. Tony Nese then runs right into a giant orange punch, and Cassidy gets the 1-2-3. So nice little fun match to end the show. Send the crowd home happy. So
listen, I'm happy to see Tony Nese in the main event. Because you know how everybody was like, Tony Nese ain't doing shit. We even joked about him just sitting in the crowd, even though he was signed. And then, you know, the WWE drones, they got to take it a step further. They take it past joking, and they just take it to disrespecting this guy. Tony Nese is a beast. JR kept putting him over, which I appreciate, JR. But, yeah, I mean, Tony Nese could go, man. Like, say this man never gets on AEW Dynamite as the main eventer. He's still on TV, TNT, main event the match with Orange Cassidy, and looked great. Like, people gotta everybody can't be in the main event at the same time. It's too many people. Like, people need to understand that everybody can't have a title. This is not 2K Universe mode. Even on 2K Universe mode, everybody ain't getting a title. And I'm defending my titles on mine all the time. And everybody's still not getting the titles on 2K. So it's just, bruh, you know, you got to take it for what it is. Tony Nese, if he was in WWE right now, he wouldn't be on TV. He'll be Drew Gulak right now. And Drew Gulak is doing random ass push-ups and pull-ups on ladders while people walk past him in his full wrestling gear, and he don't wrestle any dark match, not the one before or the one after. Why is he in wrestling gear? Imagine that, bro. You got to dress up in your wrestling gear just to go eat and catering. Like, and you're not at home. Every week, you have to leave your house and go to wherever city WWE is in when you know you don't have a match. You got to dress up, and you know you're not even going to be on TV. Or in the dark matches. They had 2 dark matches. One at the beginning, which Raquel won, which I walked right in and heard her music. I don't know who she pinned, but she won. And then Bobby Lashley and Theory. There was no Drew Gulak nowhere. So, but he's in his wrestling gear, backstage, eating food.
I can't imagine.
Traveling.
I can't imagine.
Man.
I can't imagine. That'd be so disheartening. Oh,
that's
Lord.
bad, bro. Like I feel bad for him, but he don't want to leave apparently. So they like that free money, I guess. It is free money when you sit around and get to eat free food and go see different cities. That's a big ass vacation, honestly. So
I suppose.
Yeah. I don't know if he got kids or anything. Does Gulak have kids that y'all know of?
I mean, most of them do, right?
Yeah, but I've never heard anything about you, Gulak, like having kids in the family. Like, never heard him even mention or talk about it or nothing. Like, message. This is why your ass always get banned. You know Charlotte wasn't there. Shut your dumb ass up. Moving on. Talk about Raquel beat Charlotte in a dark match. First of all, Charlotte ain't gonna be in no dark match. Not before the show. Maybe after the show, not before the show. But go ahead, Dark.
I was gonna say, yeah, no, I don't have. I don't know. I don't know if he has any kids or not. That's crazy, but I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he does. I've never heard him even or anybody mention anything about him having a wife or kids. You know, normally you'll find out through interviews or something, or a post or something. Never seen him post nothing. Never seen interview nothing. So, but yeah, that is AEW Dynamite, Rampage, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do the show of the week, Superstar of the week. I appreciate everybody coming through. We only had Nasty Dunk join, but shout out to Nasty Dunk for joining and giving us the Buff Bagwell stuff, man.
Thank you, Dunk.
Let's do show of the week and Superstar of the week.
My show of the week will go to oh Lord, I think my show of the week is going to go to I'm gonna give it to I'm gonna give it to Rampage. No. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Tokyo Joshi Pro because I watched them this week. I haven't finished the show, but just the fact that they had a good show and all the matches I've watched so far are really dope. And it's the first Japanese show to have a crowd that can actually make noise. It's actually been really, really, really good to see. So I'm gonna give them to the Tokyo Joshi Pro show that happened last week because that was really, really, really cool to see. So that's what I'll give my show of the week. For my superstar of the week, I will give it to Carmelo Hayes with a honorable mention to 3 other people. Firstly being his opponent, Grayson Waller. I thought that match on NXT was just really, really dope. I put it on my screen if you look to the right. That was my match of the week. Those two, I think they just really killed it. They had really, really good chemistry. And a lot of the spots that they had in there just really worked, and I thought it was really dope. My second best match of the week was that Konosuke Takeshita Eddie Kingston match, and I think those were interchangeable. And I would have given those two the other Superstar of the Week spots as well.
Struggling.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna give Carmelo my Superstar of the Week because he retained. And that Tokyo Joshi Pro show, I'm going to give that the show of the week just because it's been, 2 years? Almost like 2.5 years since we've heard a crowd in Japan make any sort of crowd noise. And yeah, that was something special. That was really, really cool to actually finally see. So,
I've been struggling, man, because out of the show of the week is between Impact and Rampage, and I'm really trying to decide which one stood out more to me. I watched both today, actually. So both of them are fresh. I literally back to back, watched both of them back to back. And I was like, damn, this is good. And damn, this is good too. So, I think I'm gonna go with Impact that show the week because they had 3 matches that I really love versus 2 matches on Rampage that I really love. So since they had an extra match that I love, I'm gonna go with Impact. Match of the week. It's a 3-way tie, bro. I gotta cheat. 3-way tie between the Kingston match on Rampage, Mia Yim and Deonna Purrazzo, and then Speedball Bailey and Alec Angel, man. Those 3 matches really killed the week. You can throw Carmelo and Grayson in there, but I think those Yeah. Damn.
There's a lot of good stuff this week. It was actually
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
I'm gonna leave it as a 3-way, but as far as match of the week, superstar of the week. Superstar of the week. Superstar of the week. I kind of want to throw Mia Yim in there, becoming the #1 contender, and having a fire match with Deanna. So she's up there. Who else had a solid, just like a real solid week? Theory, you can't put Theory in there. I know Alice said Leah Morgan, but she didn't really do shit this week, but cut the same promo twice. And we gave her Superstar of the Week last week, I believe, after Money in the Bank. So Theory didn't really do nothing. Usos are killing it, but damn, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with Mia Yim then. Yeah, I want to go with Kingston. I think I'm gonna go with Mia. I'm gonna go with Mia because she did. I think her win means more with her becoming the #1 contender. So impacting Mia Yim in a 3-way tie for the match of the week because I just can't decide match of the week, man, between those 3-4 matches. It's crazy. It's a good week.
This was
outside of
really good week,
SmackDown.
yeah.
Outside of SmackDown.
Yeah. So if you are short on time for matches to watch, we just gave you a bunch of good ones right here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff this week.
That damn X Division match, good lord! But that women's match, I think I'm in love with the women's match because I expected it to be good, but I didn't expect to like compete with the X Division match. But it actually competed with the X Division match, and I was like, okay. So
I think after I'm done with this, I'm gonna probably watch those 2 matches.
Man.
Yeah.
Even Trey Miguel doing all this shit on one leg, man, versus Laredo.
Yeah, I might just
Laredo
watch. I
kid was
just might watch Impact. I just might watch Impact after this.
Oh, Liz will say the women's match was better. See, that's hey, yeah. Just don't waste your time. Well, I ain't gonna say don't waste your time because Impact was good, but
those 3 matches in particular.
those 3 matches, yeah.
Because
and there's a lot of segments. There's a lot of backstage segments. I like how Impact kind of just get through their stuff. Commercial breaks ain't as long. They just like it's almost like NXT when it was 1 hour on the network. They just kind of flow real quick.
that was the best that was my favorite version of NXT when it was just 1 hour. I felt like it started, it was done, and I wanted more by the end of it.
I got an honorary match of the week, and I'm gonna show you.
What's that?
Bow.
Yeah.
MT Darkness, ladies and
Let's
gentlemen.
go.
This shit right here. Walter versus the MTDW champ.
Yes.
I'll let you explain, Dark, what's going on. I'll let you explain.
The story behind this is that we're going into our second pay-per-view, Tropic City Rumble. And Walter is a part of Will Ospreay's faction, the Euro Invasion. So Walter has been on a little bit of a hot streak, and he was sent by Ospreay to go and fight Go Shiozaki. And these two ended up having one of the best matches that's happened in my promotion's short history. A lot of back and forth stuff, but goodness gracious, this match was insane. Very, very, very hard hitting. Very, very hard.
I am honestly surprised that Walter lost because he was on a hot streak and he was killing people in your division.
Yeah,
just like he's killing people on my shit right now.
Walter has a top rope power bomb that he uses, and he's been using that on multiple weeks in my show. And every time he uses that top rope, it's over. Nobody has kicked out of it. And this was I won't say anything, but he uses it on Shiozaki in this, and this was a crazy episode. Yeah.
Speaking of Walter, this is my first time seeing Walter use this on a game without me playing with him. That top rope power bomb that he's always doing in your division, he did an open challenge and Triple H, out of all people, came in and answered the challenge, and Walter destroyed him, and I could not believe it. And he hit him with the power bomb one time.
That power bomb.
It's like Triple H hit him with like a pedigree and pissed Walter off. Like Walter just went off for the last 60 seconds of the match, which is probably right here, I believe. It's like literally 45 seconds, 60 seconds where Triple H pissed Walter off, and Walter just started nailing his. Oh, he went and got the sledgehammer. That's what happened. He got the sledgehammer. Walter was like, "No, sir, you gonna take this power bomb." And power bombed the shit out of him and picked him up again. Threw him into the corner.
Oh, yep. That's it.
Bruh.
It's a wrap.
It's like Walter got pissed. Once he saw that sledgehammer, he got pissed. And this match is only like 2-3 minutes long, bruh.
Oh,
Picks him up, takes him down. And I'm like, no way in hell. Even Max in the comments like, no way. I was like, no way he's about to pin this guy.
1, 2,
That's it.
3.
That's
the top rope
it.
powerbomb is crazy. I don't know what
God, that shit is it. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
He saw that sledgehammer and turned into a different beast, dog. I was just like, this shit is crazy. And I got something for Walter too. So y'all be looking out for DKF this week. Walter is about to answer somebody else's challenge. I'm gonna just let you know that one now. I'll give you that spoiler now. It's another open challenge about to take place, and then Walter is about to answer. He already reached out to me in the earphones and told me. So, but appreciate everybody, man, that came through today. Shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all follow MT Darkness, man. Make sure you follow Get the Tables. Make sure you follow Nasty Dunk, Max Adam. Who else came in that's a streamer?
You said
I miss
Dunk,
anybody?
right? Boggs?
Make sure you follow Mr. Boggs. He said he turned into the Hulk, man. He did, bro. That sledgehammer came out. It was a wrap.
Crazy, man.
Damn, that comment starting to go.
Hey, make sure to come through on Thursday. We're doing the go home show for Tropic City Rumble 2. We got a big show. We got a 4-way between Zack Sabre Jr., Isaiah Scott Swerve, Nick Jackson, and Kyle O'Reilly. That's 4 of the tag teams involved in the 4 members of the tag teams involved in the ladder match. And in the main event, we've got Go Shiozaki and Minoru Suzuki going up against the tag team of the Euro Invasion, Will Ospreay and Walter. So make sure to come and check that out. And the Golden Lovers reuniting to fight AJ Styles and Buddy Matthews. The team of the chosen ones. So big episode we've got going on leading up to the pay-per-view.
Wow, there you go. So appreciate y'all. Y'all know what it is. DKF coming back. We're doing AEW. It'll be second week AEW. We got our champions crown, so we know who's who going forward. Yeah, we about to start building up AEW as well as DKF. We do have a Forbidden Door pay-per-view that's coming. It's our version of Survivor Series. It will be Dope Content versus, I'm sorry, not Dope Content, DKF versus AEW after a while. I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit. We ain't gonna do it right away, but it will be AEW versus DKF. So but AEW has their own pay-per-views coming up. DKF got their own. Fight Night is now a pay-per-view. It's no longer a minor show. We've updated the arena a little more as well. So I guess we gonna end you with this. Yeah, we gonna end y'all with this. Just since we talked about it, let's go ahead and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all coming through, ladies and gentlemen. We are out, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all enjoy this No Chance in Hell.